Hello and welcome to another episode of Get Off My Lawn, brought to you by Joe's Doolin. What's going on, Joe?
Not too much. Lovely Friday night, finally getting some rain here in my drought-stricken area of Virginia. So,
I'm Jedi Johnson 22, joined as always by the great Dom Tober. And the always steady Styx Boy 73. Providing his color commentary tonight.
He scores.
All right, we're gonna let the folks start straddling in. In the meantime, Joe, I gotta ask a question.
Yep.
That little picture that you created with the countdown leading into the show.
Yes.
What is going on in that picture? Because I really don't like the way it looks like me and Dom are holding hands in that picture.
I know, right? It's not you guys. It's just complete AI generated. That way we never get blamed for using something that exists out there. It's just randomly comics raining on old men, AI generation. So
there's someone at the back door.
Someone's at the door. All right,
there we go.
Styx being at his back door.
Someone's back door. That's
and coming in fashionably late is Lucifer.
Oh, I was here during the countdown.
Nerds.
I want to say something before we start up the thing.
Oh, here we go.
Boba Fett, big in 1978, November 17th, the birthday of the truly loved holiday special. Wink, wink. But happy birthday to
your man,
Curious Bounty Hunter, Boba Fett.
Where'd you pull that from?
This is my hot toy, man. This is my sideshow.
You must not have seen IG infomercial earlier.
I got it right here.
Oh, I didn't.
There you go. It's his birthday. Happy Life Day. Happy everything.
Happy Life Day. What the fuck?
Hey, it's a special day, man.
Yeah, let him have it. Let him have it, Bruce. Just let him have it.
Have you been hanging out with the hipsters again?
Yeah.
So good times. We're getting some people rolling in here.
Yeah, they're rolling in.
It's good. Hey, guys, should we do some pickups first while people roll in?
Well, before we forget this week, let's run this thing because we didn't run it last week because we're getting absent-minded in our old age.
We're just old.
And we're back.
I'm glad somebody.
All right, yeah, I'm glad Bruce forgot here. I was telling the guys before the show. I have two little short stacks of pickup comics that I'm going to go through. I think rather quickly because I don't think you guys realize how many there are, and a lot of them are DC. So I need Bruce for his expert opinion on whether or not these things are whether or not they're garbage or whether or not they just stink. Which I mean, there's two.
Well, regardless, I'm going to tell you they stink anyway. This way you can send them to me.
That's why DC.
That might happen because I have no idea what I'm sitting on.
What are you talking about?
They're not all DC,
you don't read
though.
anything.
I do read. I just haven't been able to go to the.
The back of Funko Pops. Ooh, Boba Fett.
No. Hey!
Just reads the stickers.
Let's not talk bad about Boba Fett on his birthday.
Thank you. 45 years.
I have said nothing about this useless character.
Hey! There's a bunch of useless characters in DC, so be quiet.
All right, you want to say hello to folks, or you want me to go through these real quick?
Yeah, let's say hi to everybody, and then we'll get rocking. So, who we got in here? As always, well, GTK Comics, always early. Always good to have you here. Jeffrey Drake, our friend from the great country of Canada, in to say hi. Always nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, he sent me a picture today on Instagram.
Bonjour.
He bought the Nicolas Cage Superman comic.
Nice.
No?
Gordon Sisk, how you doing?
TT got people throwing him up props in the chat. He's freaking famous.
That's it.
Always nice to have BK here. Dom is banned from Funko purchases on Black Friday.
I'm getting banned everywhere these days. What's going on?
I missed Thrawn today, Dom. I missed Thrawn today.
I got two.
I thought
Okay.
Giggles smashed your laptop so you can buy anything.
I missed it.
How'd you miss it?
I went in and it was already sold out.
I'm surprised it sold out, man. Thinking people, damn people are buying Funkos again. You see? They're buying Funkos again.
Soko is still there, but Thrawn.
There's no accounting for taste.
Damn.
So I'm hoping to get one
Never
at the
show on
store.
board with those. I swear to God.
Hey, Spidey Guy Murphy, how you doing? Good to have you here, Murph. Who else we got slipping in here? Phil.
Hey,
How you
Phil.
doing, Phil? Good to see you as well. AOA's been slipping lately. Gonna have to,
No, where's he been?
go crack the whip. He was on earlier on Bruce's show. We'll drag his ass in here. I already put his name in a slide tonight to publicly shame him.
Ah,
So-
yeah.
Oh,
Was it a bad Captain America art?
No, I won't besmirch the cap in his presence.
I will.
I won't go that low. All right, you guys want to do some pickups first? Might as well.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
get this out of the way.
What's up,
I only
Doug?
got
Yeah,
three.
I
So I only got three.
Yeah,
So.
let's get you on.
All right.
Let's get you on.
They're
the
not
gig.
all DC. So some of these I got as giveaways. I won a couple of giveaways throughout the
Ooh,
last couple of
nice.
months that I haven't got to. Some of these are the spoils of mystery bags. Mystery packs. Man, I get into these mystery packs because I think I'm as lucky as Bruce Fur, but I'm not. I'm not nearly as lucky as he is.
I haven't won anything like in 2 weeks.
It's a rude awakening. It just 2 weeks, huh? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, 2
All right.
weeks.
So here's the first one. This is not. I don't know. This is just some givey. I think that's a givey. I think I picked this up. I don't know what I paid for it, but I did pick
Hey,
this
did
up.
anybody pick up the Mexican foil edition Spider-Man 13? No.
No.
I got this Hawkeye number
I love that
one.
cover.
Oh, there you go.
I love that
I
Hawkeye
got a couple
cover.
of those.
I have no
What about
idea
what
what
shit
this
anymore?
is or where I got it. No clue.
Unnatural Order.
Well, Vault is always weird though. There's always like one Vault book that hits like every 6 months and becomes
That's true.
popular.
I think that's one
All
of
right, so
them.
here's a couple of. So I bought two mystery packs because I was trying to win a Darth Vader number 3 first Afra because I'm aspiring to be like my mentor and idol Bruce Fur, who wins these things at a whim. So I did not win. I did not win. Surprise, surprise. I did not win it, but I did win this thing. I don't know. This is signed by somebody. I don't know what this is.
Oh, the boys. Is that
Oh, Homelander.
is that Homelander?
I gotta try to figure out who that.
That might be a con exclusive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm sending
terrific.
I'm sending this to Dom. This is a Turkish Dr. Plastic.
Yeah. You always know.
Oh, this goes to you.
They fit
That's
I
ours,
oddly in
though.
those
appreciate that.
bags.
Thank you.
This was also in there. Okay, so here we go. Here we go, Bruce Fur. Is that any good? I don't know. Is that any good?
I like
It's
the cover.
garbage. All right. That's garbage. All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like the
Catwoman.
cover.
Weird cover. Yeah.
Oh, Command D.
Come on, D. Wow.
Yeah, somebody dug deep to pull this one out.
Yeah.
I'll take that. I'll take
It's
that.
not even a Kirby Command.
You can have that one. I was going to give this one. This is Styx. This has got Styx name on it.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, this is going to Joe. I just thought of Joe when I saw
Lady
this one.
I will take Lady Death any day of the week.
I'm going to keep this one. I'm probably going to keep this one.
That's a nice set they have of those. They have the
Yeah,
all.
I like that one.
Yeah, I
I
wanted to get
I
the
missed out on the first one.
It's sold out.
All right, so there you go. There you go, Bruce Fur. Is that any good?
It's good reading.
Good reading.
Okay. No, keeping this one. Keeping this one, even though it's not.
Oh, I
it's
like that
Vampirella.
cover.
Yeah, that's a good crossover. The Army of Darkness Vampirella one.
What about this one, Bruce Fur? That's a pretty cool Catwoman, right?
Yeah, I like that cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your Homelander is a boys introductory price edition number 7 Dynamite signed
Yeah.
by Garth Ennis.
Ooh.
Oh, that's signed by Garth Ennis. Okay.
Oh,
That
I
one.
seen that on eBay today. Nice cover.
Oh, this one? I
Yeah.
think it's obviously it's an
It's a New York
exclusive.
Comic Con.
People love the
Wolverine.
turtles.
Looks like
It's
the
the
Hulk.
Wolverines.
This says it's the first appearance of Billy
UK Spider-Man.
Broderick and Spider UK. That's what this one says on the
Ooh, Spidey.
Yep.
Okay.
back.
Good character.
Okay.
All right, I got another stack. All right,
Holy
going through
cow.
these quickly.
Wow, how many
No,
mystery
man.
boxes did you buy?
Well, these aren't all mystery. Yeah, well, don't ask. Don't ask
No,
questions.
pickups
you
are
won't
fun.
answer to.
I love seeing pickups. It's fun.
I think you bought a mystery palette.
This one's pretty cool. This is
I think that's
Holly the
fantastic.
Scooter Girl. Yeah, this
Oh,
one's
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
This
cool.
girl, nice.
Is it signed?
No, unfortunately not.
There are some that are signed by the.
There's some
Is that
DNA
the
on
mi-
it, but there's some DNA
is that the
on it,
milk
it's just not
edition?
signed.
I have that one. It's a good book. I like that.
Oh, that was the one
Yeah,
in
this one?
25.
That's cool.
That was the one
Yeah,
in
I picked
25.
up. I got two
Yeah.
of these. Picked up two of those. These are not mystery packs. These are just shit I picked up. Miles Morales.
Oh, I
I
like
like
that.
that.
All right.
That's cool. Who did the art in the cover?
I have no idea. Slow me
Jedi
down,
spending
Dom.
that soaking money.
Dom
I like
asking
playing
questions.
all
Don't
covers.
ask questions.
Hey,
Oh,
listen.
so
I
I
have a
picked
right.
up a couple of these.
What is that?
Still a Mocha
This
cover.
is-
I know it's Momoko, but
That's
What-
Momoko. I forget the. Damn it! I forgot the name.
That's a
already.
distillery
is
book.
that, yeah, it's a
Yeah, it's
magazine.
distillery.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Is that gone?
Picked up-
Is that Jock's
gone?
gone?
Yep,
Might be
that's it,
gone.
Gone. You got.
Yeah.
Yep. Picked up some Spider Boy.
Yay, Scotty.
Why not? Because you never know.
Soccer.
You
Yeah,
never,
picked
never
up
know.
the negative Spider Boy. And because I'm trying to be like Bruce Fur, I went foil.
I have that right here.
All right, so this was a
Big
giveaway I won on some show during the NYCC, and they said it was a very sought after book at NYCC. They're probably just saying that, but it's Poison Ivy.
Oh, yes,
This
it
is
is.
Is that the
This
Diaz?
is the Comic Tom variant.
Ariel
or
Diaz?
exclusive.
That's
Is
the
that
Ariel
Ariel?
Diaz.
I think it is.
I thought it was Poison Ivy.
Huh.
I got a couple of these She-Hulks because
Why not?
Those were moving well.
and okay, so yeah, so these are incentives. This is a Supergirl and a Supergirl incentive, I think.
Ooh, I like that cover.
Crypto.
Crypto.
Okay, pretty sure you got that one.
Yeah, Bruce, I thought you knew your DC.
I don't buy all the
That's nice.
covers.
Another
That's a
Supergirl.
Supergirl
I
I
think.
like that. That's nice. I like that.
That just came
And
out.
finally, Aquaman. That's the last of it.
Oh, there
Yes,
you go.
that's-
Nice
that's,
Black
Thank you for
Man
letting
back.
me get the.
That's nice.
This is an incentive too. I think like 1 in 25. Maybe. I
Yeah, it's a
can't remember.
prequel to the
That's-
movie.
That's the one nice thing about DC on their new UPCs and everything for a while now. You can actually look who the cover artist is
Mhm.
and whether it's a ratio incentive. So
Really?
you don't have to decipher UPC symbols. Yeah, it'll say who it is and then 1 in 25 or whatever. So that is always nice.
That's it. Now I got those out of the way. I can throw them in a box somewhere.
now comes the fun part.
The fun part.
I did some dollar bin digging last weekend, and then I got some stuff in the mail. I was back up in Pittsburgh, and I was in a room that had several hundred long boxes of dollar books,
Ooh.
but I only had 45 minutes, so I was angry because that's
Okay.
not enough time to do anything of merit. So I got through about 14 boxes. And so between what I picked up there and what I got here, so some of my mail call stuff, I got this nice hardcover noir burlesque. It's a hard case crime Titan. Nice hardcover
wow.
graphic novel. I like the hard case crime stuff. A little RC,
Nice.
Okay.
little Veronica,
What's up, Ed?
Nuno
What's up?
Beretta. Some more Nuno because I get all Nuno's Archie Pop arts.
Oh, I like that. That's cool.
Episode. I'm slowly working through my Conan's the Titan run of trying to get all the covers and everything because I figure it's early enough I could try to be a completionist with this series. Here's my foil, the Frozen Red Sonja.
Nice.
Some dollar stuff I got. There's a Jay Stiletto, Queen Blood,
Like that.
nice cover.
Skull cover.
I got some Storm Shadow, some old DDP Storm Shadow books. For $1, I wasn't going to pass those up because I love Storm
Definitely not.
Shadow. For $1, I also got RI, a nice Destro. This is IDW. This is GI 17, the RI from IDW.
That's cool.
And I love Destro too. And I was like, oh, $1, I'll buy that. A little mail call, a little Carla Cone, Sheena.
Butt crack, nice.
Yep, can never go wrong with butt crack.
I was too
Crack kills.
distracted by the
Crack
side
kills.
boob. I didn't even see the butt crack.
Some rumpus room because I love these covers. they make me laugh.
Yay, Rambo.
Another $1 book, Little Crow, Memento Mori.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Some Darwin Cook, because I'll pick up Darwin Cook covers whenever I can, especially for $1.
Yep.
Tedesco. I just love this Tedesco Thunderbolts cover. And again, for $1, I'm not passing up a great Tedesco cover. And this is a fun Thunderbolts run anyway.
Looks like the top of her head was cut off.
It's Electra, so it's the red bandana and the red background.
Got it.
So
Got it.
I like Terry Moore Strangers in Paradise, and this is actually a Jim Lee cover. So
That's cool.
pick
Ooh.
that up. A mail call, little Zerdy.
Nice.
I have the other version, but I can't show it on YouTube.
Just cover nips. Just cover nips.
Well, you can use your imagination. You can see how big her tits are.
Oh, jeez.
What we
What's
can
it
say?
again to?
Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
This is Zawa, the Boom book that just came out. This is the Boom limited to 250 cover for this. I had to get the Raza, Something is Killing Children, the 150. I really stopped buying a lot of Something is Killing Children ratios.
I think I ordered those, but I don't know. I can't remember if I did or not. I thought I ordered some of those.
But I really love this Raza cover, and I was like, I'm just gonna do it because I got it a little below ratio, so I'm not gonna complain. Star Slayer, first Rocketeer in here, so had to satisfy my Dave Stevens Jones and
Right?
Hmm?
You get that for cheap, that one, right?
I got it reasonable. It wasn't $1, but for a PC, for Pacific Comics to have, let's see, no spine ticks, no color breaks, pretty sharp corners for Pacific Comics, I'll take it. I'll take it for $20. That's I can live with that. And some flops, Harriet Tubman, Demon Slayer, couldn't pass that up. So that's most of what I got. I got some other odds and ends, but that was most of the good stuff.
Anybody else?
I'll go.
Yep.
My greatest. I'll go.
Hurry up, come on.
My greatest hits of the week. A little DCU Steel.
Oh, nice. Oh, it's Steel and DCU. That's nice.
Yep.
The Shakaroni.
Little Shazam. Reprint of Hulk 181.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
It's got 180 and 181 in it.
Yeah.
Superman and Thundercats.
Nice. No, I love my Chitara.
First, John Kent. He finds out that he's his father's Superman. I found this in the dollar bin.
That's about what it's worth.
Yeah.
Yep. I was gonna say.
They actually have one
It'll-
signed by Mark Hamill.
I remember when that thing was hot. It was,
It was going for like $50.
I know, it was crazy.
Another DCU Robin.
Oh, nice. Another DCU.
Transformers. The Bumblebee Dead cover.
I have to get that one. I didn't get that yet.
King Spawn. I love this cover. Little Red Light Hughes cover.
The call. That's the call, I think.
I mean, the call Hughes. And since he's talking about wins, this is my biggest win ever for one of those Razzes.
Doctor Who.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
You had
Almost as
that.
good.
We showed it a long time ago.
I know. I'm showing it again because he
He's
said
just
tomorrow he
rubbing our
winning.
face in it.
Yeah.
Rubbing our face in
Put
it.
that back, man. Stop being a freaking show off, man.
I'll trade you.
I'm minimizing you for that.
I got a couple of things.
You're done. You're done.
Yeah.
I only have like 3 things. If you
Now,
want.
last week I went to Wayne, New Jersey, to that comic fest, and I went for autographs. But first things first, I was able to get a couple of Stitch Pops,
Oh,
Superhero
you
Stitch?
Stitch.
pumpkin Stitch.
So glad you're cutting back, Dom.
Yeah.
You're the only person I know that go to comic book conventions and never buy comics.
I do buy comics. It's just
He stopped buying Boba Fett. Now he's buying
Listen,
Stitch.
I don't have the time to sit there and dig through boxes. No,
What are you talking about? You're a star.
have
You're
to
supposed
find
to have
them
somebody dig for
have to
you.
find them for me and give them to me because you know who I am. The hell with that shit. Yeah. So I was able to get Darth Maul, Freddy Funko,
The elite of the elite.
4,000 pieces. But this is what I went for. Mark Austin, who was on the Star Wars show a few months back, he was there. I finally got his autograph. Finally got to meet him in person. I was able to get his autograph and then have him write New Hope Special Edition, no disintegrations, and it went off the box because he wrote off the box, which was funny. And then I got another one, and he drew a little Boba Fett helmet on the side. And then I had a custom card that I had. That's actually his special edition picture, and I was able to get that autographed. So that's what I went for. I have specific things I go for. I don't care.
Aren't I the popular one?
So I'm happy with that. And I am cutting back, Jedi, so it is.
No, you're not. Shut up.
I am.
You are not.
I am cutting back.
All right, Styx, what you got? Bring
All
it.
right, so
Save the best for last.
well, let's not go too far.
Yeah, pressure's on, Styx.
I decided to go to Ollie's the other day, search out, see what they had for toys, and I found these, and I said, you know what, this will be perfect for this week because it'll go right with our little theme. So they had these little GI Joe
Nice.
Lego sets type
Yeah,
things.
I've seen those.
I like this.
I've always seen those.
So they had Snake Eyes with his little motorcycle.
I just dig the box art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cobra Commander with the Fang. Yeah,
Nice.
the original box art. It's hot. Then I got this one here. It was Storm Shadow with the ferret. They also have the Rattler and I think the Snowcat.
Yeah,
I think it
I've
was.
seen those many times when I went to like.
And I think there's a Sky Striker as well. I'll pick those up at another time, but I picked up these 3 to start with.
Pretty cool.
They had tons of
Good-
stuff.
yep.
There.
Good stuff this week, fellas. Hey, before we get going further, Joe, since Joe's
Yeah.
the boss, can we do one? Can we do one? Or no, we're not gonna do these anymore. Or what are we gonna do?
Let's get into this a little bit. I don't think I could work through the whole stream with one of those in my name out.
I'm gonna do one.
If you want to do one, I'll let you pop one in there.
I don't know how this thing. I still don't know how this thing works.
I hope you get dirty diaper.
All right, so this is either dirty diaper, no dishwater, or rotten egg.
The dishwater.
I hope it is the
Dishwater or
rotten egg.
rotten egg.
The rotten egg. Let's go.
Oh my god, dude, there ain't no good ones in here.
2 weeks in a
There's
row.
rotten
Yes.
egg.
Yes.
I'm-
Oh, you're gonna be-
What the hell?
oh God, I love
Yeah,
it.
I have not pulled out a good one out of this thing yet. I got a bad box here.
You
Oh,
got
God.
nothing but bad beans.
The key is to get the shell off it as fast as possible because the
you go.
inside of it is just regular jelly bean. The outside of the shell is where all the flavor is. That's awful. So
I think I'm getting immune to it though, because it didn't hit me as hard last week.
That shit was nasty. I was laughing.
Before you get to
Ah.
that, you know how bad Liefeld art is?
Yeah.
A
How
original
bad
art
is it?
piece of that Captain America side boob sold for 132,000 on Heritage.
People buy anything. Well, original art's weird. Original
That's
art always
crazy.
goes for an insane amount of money. All
There
it
are some
takes is a
people
couple
out there
people
that
with a
love
lot of
their
money
life,
that
though.
love Robbie.
You got to understand, Liefeld is a treasure to some people.
How about that?
All righty. So normally we start off with the kind of the Fallen Four. There's nothing that's really fallen super crazy for GI Joe now that there's a little bit of buzz around it. So I just kind of renamed this week's segment to Soft Targets, just to see 4 books in there that are really still cheap, especially raw, and slabbed. There's a nice differential between the raw book and the slab book. So just going to look at a couple books here. All right. So the first 2 on the left cover one of my favorite characters, G.I. Joe 11, G.I. Joe 14 from the original Marvel run. G.I. Joe 11 is your first cameo of Destro. 14 is your first full appearance of Destro. I believe 11 also has first appearance of Gung Ho and Snow Job as well. So
What kind of job?
the Snow Job.
Hey,
So-
Bruce, get the snowballs out your mouth. There you go.
So, you know, I mean, in those early G.I. Joe runs, well, especially 1, but you get a lot of first appearances popping up in there of a lot of Joes. But
Oh, yeah.
from this original run, if you could pick these books up easily for under $20 raw in really good shape. You could find near mints $20 or under for a lot of these books. Newsstand's going to run you a little bit more, but turned around, a lot of these, if you could squeeze a 9.8 out of one of these books, it's a few $100. So it's worth sometimes taking a gamble if you can find some clean ones cheap that are raw. This other book here, the Gojo Zero, it's from IDW. It was 110. It's just a cover that I always liked. I
have
like
that
the snake. This is the 1 in 10. The regular A cover has the Snake Eyes visor with the red cobra. This one's the black and white one. It's 1 in 10. They're pretty plentiful, but the raws are less than $10, and it's just a nice book to have. And you never know, like Snake Eyes stuff, and with GI Joe stuff coming back, you never know what's gonna start weirdly popping. And the last one on the list I had was just G.I. Joe and the Transformers number 3. You can get a book raw for $5, and you can still find it in decent shape a lot of times for under $10. It's just a great cover. You got Shockwave on the front. You got Joe's on the front. It's just a nice mashup cover, and with everything that's going on now between Boyd Rivals and Transformers and G.I. Joe, truthfully, the whole series is probably not a bad thing to have if you can find them really cheap, because you never know when things are going to go back and they're going to harken back to something that showed up here, something that showed up there. You were going to say something, Styx?
I was gonna say you could probably get this whole run for about $20.
Oh yeah, in really good shape
issues,
too.
Yeah.
So it's So there's just a few little things to look at. You, like I said, you can still find a lot of these Joe books. If you're going through, if you're not trying to get number 1, or you're trying to get some of the rare ones, and I'll show some rare variants later.
Don't feel bad, Black Spider. I don't have any of them either.
Hey, you know which one's
I don't
really
have
cool?
them either.
I have 14 slabbed because I like Destro. I think he's a badass character.
Right.
And I know it's his first full appearance. I hate the whole first full appearance, cameo appearance bullshit back and forth. 11 seems to carry the cachet a little more just because you also have Snow Job and Gung Ho in there as their first appearance. But
You know which one's undervalued a lot too? The first Duke.
Yep. And we're gonna go
Yeah.
we're gonna
Nobody
see-
cares about Duke.
No, well, we'll
AOA does.
yep, we will get there because we're gonna have a nice little rundown after the news on not only some GI Joe characters, gonna show some old action figures, some fun things there. So
Ooh.
this was just kind of my soft targets of just some stuff that's cheap out there. Don't go overspending now because I'm sure there are some places that are marking up GI Joe stuff
Of course.
like crazy, but there's still tons of dirt cheap GI Joe stuff out there. And if you're digging somewhere and you come across some of these and they look like they're in decent shape, they're not bad books to find because again,
GT's got a couple for sale, so he says no, bid that shit up.
yeah. And yes, I know there are tons of first appearances in GI Joe 1. I mean, there's a slew of them, but people don't realize that Duke wasn't in the first one, or Destro wasn't in the first one, or
Well,
Zartan wasn't in the first one, or
the book that came out yesterday was yesterday, right? Today's Friday, right? Yeah, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
301. They had the reprint of number 1, and it was the unused version of GI Joe number 1 that actually they put out.
It's a Hamacut.
Yep. So it's pretty cool.
Which leads us very, very nicely into the comic now and later. So the three things that are out now, 3 for later. And
Nice.
on the list there, on that third there is the Hamacut. That's the B cover. So they kind of homage the original cover, which they put out for the A cover, but with all of Cobra. So that is the Hamacut. So this week we got what? We got 301, which is a continuation of the story. But then they also put this out. So this is not a reboot of G.I. Joe. This is just the supposed original Larry Hama cut of G.I. Joe, the original Marvel run of G.I. Joe number 1.
Right.
But the Cobra cover in the same style as the original cover is kind of fun. So
I wish Zartan was in the cover, man.
yeah, you can never get enough Zartan. It's he's a great character.
His appearances on covers, a lot of them are worth a lot of money, man. Some of them are hard to find because they put them on like on those crazy exclusives and shit, which really pissed me off.
It does, but a lot of those weird things you could still find out there cheap sometimes because all the weird publishing. We'll go through the publishing history of the comics as well with G.I. Joe and how it's kind of hopped around. It's so weird that something that stayed a toy and basically in Hasbro's hands the whole time, it hopped around for more damn comic publishers than they know what to do.
But you know what's crazy too, because they had at the Joe conventions, they had limited edition comics that were given out at the Joe conventions, which are another part of that, like the Transformers. They had Transformer books that were given out at the Transformer cons, and those are pretty hard to find, some of those books.
Yeah, definitely. I had to throw the Ghost Rider on here, the Barons cover. It's just the A cover.
Yeah, that's a badass.
But after what 17 did, and it's still hanging around the A cover, doing really well. If you find it cheap, or cover price, or sitting out there, which it should still be cover price. It just came out. It's not a bad book to hold on to the way Ghost Rider's been moving lately. With
What's going on with that? I'm behind on it. Is that like a new character, a new villain?
No. I mean, they're starting a new story arc, but that whole Helverine series, whatever, which was was what it was.
Trash.
But the Barons A cover held on, and was it 19? Held on really well.
Barons,
So
is that the chick on here? The Barons? Is that her?
No, Barons is Bjorn Barons is the artist that did this.
Well, who's the chick on there? What's up? With
I have no clue. I have no clue who she is. I've not started to read this story arc, but based on how Ghost Rider A covers have been holding up, it's not a bad thing to pick up. the Baron's artwork is great, and like it's been excessively rare in this market recently that we see A covers, non-ratio, just open order A covers do well. So yeah, might not be a bad thing.
Fantastic on the cover.
Yeah, and the artwork is good, and I, like I said, it's starting a different story arc and stuff like that. But I don't know, all the Ghost Rider stuff has been all Baron's covers that he's been doing on Ghost Rider are great. He's born to do Marvel horror type stuff in Ghost Rider. Does it very well. I also threw the Wesley Dodds, the Sandman 2, the Simmons 1 in 25 because it's just a beautiful cover.
That's
and it's
cover. I thought it was a Raza at first.
Yeah. It's Simmons sometimes is a bit of an acquired taste, if you get a lot of Department of Truth books, but I don't know. It was good. And I like this series. I like all throwback series that take place, in the 40s or 50s and things like that. It's fun. So, nice cover and nice series. And I don't know how many places are ordering 25 copies of Sandman. Now for the future, I have an exclusive on here, the Sabrina the Teenage Witch holiday special from Stadium Comics. It's just a nice Nick Cardy homage, Witching Hour cover homage. So if you like your Sabrina books or Archie homages, and you like Christmas covers and you like a little bit of horror, it's a great one. It's also one of Nuno's pop art covers too. So the guy that does all the pop art covers had done this as well. So it's always good. Also coming in February from DC, there is a slew of sweater weather variants.
Yeah.
And this one, Birds of Prey 6, Lobo's cover is probably the best one that is out there. There's Lyric's one that's kind of nice as well, but this Lobos one by far is the nicest.
That's Big Barda on the
Big
cover.
Barda.
Right? Okay.
Yep. She big. She thick.
She big.
And then, last but not least, I guess coming out in January is Cobra Commander 1. That's the AHA cover. I believe it's the 1 in 10. AHA's doing, I think, 1 in 10 for the Duke as well. But I like AHA. I like his style of art. And
did you pick up that Spider Boy AHA?
I'm waiting for it. Yeah, I have it ordered. Yeah.
Okay.
I pre-ordered it. I'm just still waiting for it though. God knows when it'll come. But yeah, AHA's never lets me down ever since the Hawkeye stuff, and it's just good stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what we got. And now I believe we got some news from Styx.
Yay.
Yes, we do. So first up on our docket, we have an RIP this week. Roger Cassell. He did Jaws and the Empire Strikes Back poster. If you go to the next slide, I'll show you some of the stuff he's done. He died at the age of 92. Here we have, he did Dr. Faustus. That's his Empire Strikes Back poster that he did. He also has done separate art. So you get that Darth Vader with a Boba Fett on his shoulder. Jaws. He also did some paperback stuff. So there's Invisible Man, some horror stuff there, The Werewolf, Great Train Robbery movie poster, and some Doc Savage stuff.
Nice.
He had other stuff there on his website too, but at the age of 92, definitely a full life, and
Yep.
Yeah.
we
had a full life.
great to have him
Seen
there.
go, but
Good stuff.
I want to see that. That sucks, man. That sucks.
Yeah. Left a good legacy behind with his art and stuff.
Yeah.
So today, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off launched. I have not watched this yet. I will be watching this after the show. everything's been pretty positive on the show. So I think if you liked the movie or if you liked the manga of Scott Pilgrim, give it a watch. I think
If I remember right, this had a pretty stacked, star-studded voice actor.
It
Right,
has
so
the
all
cast.
the-
It has the original cast.
the entire original cast has come back to do the voices of their respective characters. Yes,
Even Brie Larson.
even Brie Larson.
Yeah, she needs to work.
Oh,
I'm
She should have more cleavage shots.
I don't know about that. Up
Hey,
next, the Hunger Games prequels, Snakes and Ladders. There, whatever it's called. They
Chutes
had
and ladders.
they had the prequel. Made 5.75 in previews. Not too good, but not too bad for a Thursday night, I guess. It's scheduled for a $50 million opening weekend. Kind of small for this kind of budgeted movie.
She's a well-loved actress. Don't worry about it. That's why.
Also running maybe 60. So 50 to 60 million this weekend, maybe. I don't know. I'm not
I
gonna say.
know. I know one movie that's hoping this one bombs.
The kid that's playing Snow in this, I couldn't place him at first because of the blonde hair. He plays Billy the Kid on the Stars Billy the Kid show, which is actually a good show.
Okay. I've been meaning
so
to check that out.
If you're looking for something on TV, the Stars Billy the Kid show, they have 2 seasons of it. Is actually
How long
pretty
has
good.
it been since the first trilogy, Hunger Games?
10 years?
Wrapped up? Has it been 10 years?
Yeah, feels about right.
Yeah, I think it's been 10 years.
Okay. I was talking to my oldest son about this. I was thinking this would be something that he cared about, given his age and the Hunger Games coming out, I guess, during like his teenage years, I guess, or
Right.
I guess throughout his teenage years. And he, I don't know, didn't seem to care to say what's
Didn't care
coming
less,
out.
huh?
So we'll see. We'll see how it does. Good luck to him.
Is he more of a Twilight kid?
No,
That was
man,
pretty
don't-
popular at the same time. So
what a terrible thing to say about my children. Styx. That's-
oh wow.
And no, Reef, I have not seen the Marvels. I don't know. Has anyone else seen the Marvels?
I have. If
No.
anybody
yes,
cares to
Jedi
hear me
has.
talk about it,
I will wait for it to come on Disney Plus. Thank you.
I've been meaning to watch it, but I haven't.
I don't know if Styx remembers him asking him to cue me up on here, but I got some stuff to say about the Marvels if anybody cares to listen.
There you
Floor
go.
is yours, Jedi. If you'd like to talk
Reef,
about the
yeah, here. Reef wants to
I,
know.
don't know, I,
if
was
you
waiting
like
to see, I was waiting to see if you're going to cue me up or not somewhere, but we can do it. We
I
can do it at
forgot.
the end.
I got you. There you
Oh,
go. The stage is yours, sir.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. I did not like the Marvel. I've taken a little bit of heat, even from people on this channel, for not liking the Marvels. Think I'm some sort of pariah or something for not liking it. And
You're
I
quite
can't
allowed
help
to
it. You don't like what you don't like. And if you go back to the film, roll the tape back last week, I am the one that said I thought this movie was going to be good. I was pulling for this movie. And then I went and saw it, and it was just not good. It wasn't good.
Storytelling.
Do we?
was
I don't,
shit.
has it been long enough?
You
Can we
can't
just-
comment, Dom. You didn't see
Yes, I
it.
can. I know.
I
it's
didn't
don't
see
care,
it.
but
It is
I have
shit.
no problem.
He knows things.
with spoilers.
He knows things.
SHIT. Shit.
Here, I'll run.
Even with a high audience score.
I'll run you.
Go ahead and run it. Go ahead and
I'll
run
run
it.
the
'cause my rant-
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Warning! Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Oh my god.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
Thank you. Okay, so yeah, I was pulling for this movie. I wanted this movie to be good. When I came out and said this movie is not good, don't waste your money. What I meant by that was wait and see it on Disney Plus. Don't go to the
Thank
theaters and see this thing. That's what I meant.
Sure.
Because it just wasn't good. And I'm not saying that. Some people said, well, you just think it was woke. No, there was nothing woke about the movie. This movie going in, if you did not know this movie was going to be about superhero chicks beating up dudes, that's fine. I mean, they're superhero chicks. They're supposed to be able to beat up people. I got no problem with that. I'm totally fine with that. That is not what made this movie bad in my eyes. Let me tell you what made this movie bad in my eyes. Let's start from the beginning. The villain's
got a list.
motivation was right out of Spaceballs. The villain, let me say that again. The villain's motivation was right out of Spaceballs, stealing other planets' atmosphere to population. I expected the big Statue of Liberty with the vacuum cleaner to come out anytime and start sucking up atmospheres. I really did.
He's gone from suck to blow.
So that's one thing. There was a musical number in this damn thing. Yes, a musical number. I shit you not. There was a musical number in this thing. They tried to explain it by saying, hey, this planet's population, they speak in song. That's how they communicate. So there was this musical number while Captain Marvel and her husband, spoiler alert, the prince of this place, communicated in song, and then suddenly this prince starts speaking in English, and people are like, oh well, and Captain Marvel says, oh, he's bilingual, that's why he can talk in English too. I'm like, what the fuck? He can talk because he's bilingual, he doesn't have to sing, but everybody else on the planet has to sing. All right, so there's that. The rescue of the people on Nick Fury's ship. There was this big thing where the ship gets in trouble and they got to rescue everybody out of it. So the cat, Goose, who lays he was already laying the eggs. So I think the whole reason the cat was laying these eggs was just so they could have this cool way of rescuing the people, where all the different kitty cats running around, sucking up people so that they had more room to fit them inside the escape capsules so they could get them. And then once they got down to Earth, they would just spit them out. All right. Stupid in one thing, but earlier in the movie, they were rescuing the Skrulls from their planet, and they were on a ship and needed to get somewhere. And Valkyrie sent up one of her rainbow bridges to rescue them. Why the fuck couldn't she do that to rescue the people on Nick's ship? I have no idea. So they had to write in this thing about these cats running around sucking up people just so they could. It's just stupid. Nick Fury is a watered down version of what he used to be. I don't care what anybody says. Ever since they did what they did to Nick Fury in the original Captain Marvel movie, where they made him a chump and made him the butt of everybody's joke, Nick Fury has been watered down version of his former self.
Bring back Hasselhoff.
Yeah,
he's like 80. What do you guys want him to do?
I'm just saying, have some
he can still be a
balls.
badass.
80?
He's not 80.
I don't know how old he is. He's not 80.
He's 70 something. David
I don't know how old he
Hasselhoff.
is, but he's not 80.
If Liam Neeson
so
could
now
go
I'm going
out
to
there and
sound
beat the shit out of people.
I'm going to
How
sound
old
like a
is
little
he?
bit of a hater here because I've said this before. Brie Larson has the acting spectrum. The acting, she can't do it. All she can do is do this brooding kind of like stoic. That's all she can do. There's a couple of things in there where I think they wanted her to kind of be funny. It did not land because she just does not have the acting stretch, the ability to get it done. She can't do it. Lastly, the ending could have been done. The ending where Captain Marvel goes and rescues the people of the Kree, whose planet she initially fucked up. She goes back and rescues them by reigniting their sun. Okay, that could have been done in the first 5 minutes of the movie. Hell, it could have been done before the movie ever started, and we don't even need this damn movie. So Captain Marvel, who's supposed to be this big smart superhero, has to be reminded by Captain Rambo towards the end of the movie, hey, why don't you just go reignite their sun? And she's like, duh, I could have done that. God, just do it. It's stupid, dumb. Really, what they should have done is they should have just let the fact that she killed all those people on that planet, they should have just let that linger in Captain Marvel's. That could have been her guilt, kind of like Tony Stark has the guilt of his weapons killing all these people. That's kind of the guilt he carries around with him to make him a better person. Peter Quill carries around the guilt of running out and missing his mother's final moments. That's kind of the guilt that he carries around to make him a better person. This could have been Captain Marvel's guilt. It would have been something to maybe build her person. No, we're gonna have her go back and ignite their sun by making the real hot, and she could have done that. Like, it was stupid. All right, I'm done. Oh, wait, no, don't let me end on a good note. Let me end on a good note. The good stuff. I'm saying her name right. Iman Vellani, Miss Marvel, who I called. I said she was going to be adorable. She really was, and her family was her and her family were really good. I enjoyed the way they reacted to things. She was adorable. Her little fangirling of Captain Marvel. It got a little old after a while, but it was adorable. I liked it. The non-credit ending is good. There was I call it the non-credit ending. It was good. And the credit ending was good. Okay, so that's the three things. So don't say I completely hated it. I just mostly hated it.
Well, thank you.
But I'm on an island. Apparently, I'm on an island. I'm the only one that hates this thing. It had the lowest box office in Marvel history, but I'm the odd guy. I'm the odd guy.
That's because box office doesn't make a good or bad movie. That was the case. All the movies from the 80s would suck, but they don't.
If people don't go see a movie because they know it sucks.
Originality from the 80s.
Well, the people that saw it say it's a good movie, and the majority says
no, they
it's a good
don't.
movie.
I saw it, and I'm saying it's not a good movie.
Well, Rotten Tomatoes says what 85% said it was a good movie.
I never listened to Rotten Tomatoes. That's
Yeah.
Never listen to aggregated things. I haven't seen it, so I'm not
Don't
going to
listen
pass
to Fruit.
judgment on
It's
it
good
till I
story.
see
Fruit
it,
Lies.
but-
Stop with everything else. Good story. That's all we want. That's it. You don't care who's in it.
All right.
Good story.
I'll see it when it's free. Talk about
I
it.
highly recommend seeing it when it's free. That's what I recommend.
I hate Kathleen Kennedy. Thank you very much.
I feel so much better.
We know Dom 3PO.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
back
right
one.
Back one
There you go.
forward one.
3PO.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, right there. Yeah, right there. So Dune Part 2. This week they moved it up 2 weeks to March 1st. So we're gonna get that a little earlier. I guess something moved out of that spot. I'm not sure which. And so they moved it up into that spot. Still, I haven't seen Dune 1. I've heard good things. I'll probably watch it
Oh,
just
it's so
before I
good.
watch this.
I don't know.
I'll watch it before I go see this.
I always hear people go, "Oh, Dune." It seems to be a very polarizing movie. People either hate Dune and are like, "This is the most boring thing on earth," or completely and absolutely love it.
No, I like
I'm
the
in,
new.
I'm in the
new
love it
version,
camp.
and I love the original version too with Sting. I like it.
Really?
Over
You
3
like the
hours,
original?
the new
I
version.
like the Lynch version, even though it's kind of own thing. I love the Lynch version.
That explains a lot.
Well, I'm a David Lynch fan,
What?
so
Explain what? Explain what?
You have no taste.
Original storytelling. Thank you.
Right.
Really? You find that original storytelling?
I thought it was
I
better
like
storytelling.
Dune.
than
My
some
problem
shit.
with Dune is I know I'm going to have to go back and watch part 1 again because it's just doesn't. It's not the kind of movie that sticks with you over. You just.
It's been a couple
Honestly,
years.
I remember enjoying part 1, but I can't remember enough that I don't think I'm going to have to go back and watch it, or at least watch a YouTube recap of it before I
Oscar
watch
Isaac
part
was
2.
pretty
I
good in
think.
that movie.
And it came out during the pandemic, so
I've watched Dune, the first one, twice in the past 2 weeks.
Oh.
It's a great, amazing movie. Villeneuve is an amazing
I like
director
the music.
to begin with.
I like the music in it, the score.
Yeah, the scale of it, the fact that most of it's shot in IMAX, it has an epic feel when you're watching it. It doesn't feel like a bunch of shit CGI soundstage crap. It feels large and epic when you're watching it, and that's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I'll
it's
give it a
just
watch.
Great fun. It's a great story.
You
Even if you don't dig Chalamet as Paul,
He's a
but,
good actor. A really good actor.
I like him. He has grown on me over the years, where I've come to kind of enjoy him.
And he's really funny because he was on SNL last weekend. Freaking hilarious.
I forget what comedian was talking and saying that you can't have him and Finn Wolfhard in the same movie because you can only have one scrawny, weird white boy in a movie at a time.
Like him there.
one win per movie, please. All right. Do you? Okay. Well, this one I can skip. I put it in there twice. Do you want to go into?
Of course you did.
What's up with her face? That's the
Yeah, if you have them in here, if you just want to run through them,
She just watched the Marvels.
Just to show them real quick. Free Comic Book Day. Some of those titles for They're gold, and today they dropped the silver for Free Comic Book Day in May next year. We have a Energon Universe special from Skybound featuring Transformers and G.I. Joe. They're the Hellboy. We get a Johnny Quest book this year. I'm excited for that.
I am. Too.
Pokemon, or the Turtles, or the James Tinian, the 4th Universe preview coming out. Ultimate Universe Spider-Man #1. Yeah, that Unicorn Crush for the young kids. There was also an Encanto. And then the silvers, we get Cursed Library. We get a Free Comic Book Day of Asterix. I don't know if anyone's ever seen Asterix or know what Asterix is. You know, it's like a French Viking comic.
It's that Conan book there.
It's old. It's really old IP. The Boom Anniversary. Conan the Barbarian, Battle of the Black.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Cursed Verse from American Anthology.
This is why Styx put this up here, because he wanted to show.
I was thinking the same thing, Dom. Exact same thing.
We're going to be getting a Doctor Who 15th Doctor Shudigawa Free Comic Book Day book. I'm excited for that. Dying Injustice, Popeye, Far Cry, and another one I'm excited for is the Gatchaman Flash Gordon flip book.
That's interesting.
Gatchaman Battle of the Planets is great. What's that?
Did you do last week with books too, or this week only?
For the Free Comic Book Day?
Yeah.
No, the free comic books.
Yeah,
there's more, right? Okay.
Weren't you here last week?
No.
No.
Where were you?
I was off.
He was up at the convention.
With the convention.
Hanging out with his lady.
Yeah.
He was making his lady giggle.
Yeah. Spending quality time with the lady. That's important.
There's the other picture for that, the Flash Gordon half of the Flash Gordon Gatchaman.
That's I like the Flash Gordon cover.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know what this one is. Kaina, the Great Snow. Some kind of Japanese.
Initial D?
Yeah, Initial D.
It's it's a racing anime about racing.
Okay. Another Investigators. I know Marco loves that book. Max Meow, Katie.
Wow, another Flash Gordon.
Cat Sitter. Loudhouse. Maleficent Free Comic Book Day. #1, I think it's just probably a reprint or some kind of.
What is Gannibal? What is Gannibal PI about? Anybody know what that's about? Gannibal PI?
Gannibal? I don't know.
What is that? That sounds interesting. Like, is it a play on like cannibal, or is this something just completely non-related?
I'll have to go in and look.
It's a Japanese manga series.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. Thanks. The mystery series. It's fast-paced police procedural drama.
Okay.
So it's not like iZombie where somebody's eating body parts to solve mysteries.
No, I love that show.
I do too.
Atlas, Marvel's original run, originally called Atlas, so it's a little series for that. Marvel Voices, #1, Free Comic Book Day. Monster High. I don't know who would want to read Monster High. Little girls, I guess.
Kill Juliet. Kill Shakespeare.
The Night Lupien. We do get a One Piece Free Comic Book Day. Ace's Story and Status Royale.
We get a free Overstreet guide to collecting comics from Free
They
Comic Book Day.
This is like the third year they've done it.
They did that last year? No shit.
Yeah, I think it's the third year they've done it. Yeah. Yeah. Romeo and Juliet. We get Snoopy's Beagle Scout Adventures. Spidey's Amazing Friends, the Disney Junior series.
Ooh.
That's Star
Free
Wars.
Comic Book Day, Star Wars #1.
Grabbing that.
And then the first appearance of Nubs.
Yep, and for Wayseeker, Nubs' first appearance here in Star Wars and the Plants vs. Zombies flip book. Yep.
Star
So
Wars
it'll
Plants
be
vs. Zombies?
It'll be Star Wars on one side, and then you flip it over. It'll be Plants vs Zombies on the other.
Young Jedi Adventure. So the
Yeah.
first nubs. Waveseeker is so excited, he's blushing with joy.
Yeah, that'll probably be
Styx,
sold out.
Styx, does any of these free comic book day books have any incentives?
They haven't announced incentives yet.
Okay.
So last year, DC had one for the King Shark and the Batman.
Mhm.
I don't think Marvel had any
Yeah,
incentives.
Marvel had the first appearance of Blade's daughter.
Sorry, we both.
That was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago. Damn, I'm fucking lost. All right.
Yeah, that was 2 years
Yeah, you
Damn,
always
all
lost.
right. Don't correct
saying.
me, okay?
What?
ago. I
Yeah, Dom's always right.
That's over. Yeah. Street Fighter versus Final Fight #1.
What?
Then the Valiants,
I want the
Valiant
Valiants.
Universe. Valiant Universe is back. They better bring back Time Walker. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
No,
you tell him, Styx.
No, I love the
I'm gonna.
friggin' X-Men of War. That's all I like.
There's another. That's Valiant again.
Wow.
Tons of Strange. Ultra Duck. That's interesting. And then Unico.
Yeah, Unico. I have all the Unico
Which
movies.
that's My Little Pony, right? Yeah.
No.
No.
He's a unicorn that kills. It's awesome.
Oh, well, that's what My Little Pony needs. Shake things up.
Spice it up a bit.
My Little
Apple
Pony,
Blossom's not acting
Murder.
right.
Yeah.
Right off the page. No.
Excellent.
Okay.
Thank you for the rundown on Free Comic
Yeah,
Book Day.
Styx is a
It's
brony.
always-
There you go.
Well, you know what's crazy
There's-
about this? The freaking comic stores don't get all these books a lot of times. You have to go to different comic stores. Sometimes they don't get the certain things. Like the Star Wars books, the last couple of years, my Midtown Comics didn't get the Star Wars books.
I can see
Yeah, I
Dom
would-
pushing kids
I
out
would-
the way for Star Wars books.
Yeah, let
Bunch of
us
kids
all
are really
remember
talking
that Free Comic Book Day was intended for children to get children into comics.
Oh, the hell with
So
children,
that-
man. The hell with them. The hell with them. Man. We don't need them.
Us,
That's why they got
us
wiped out by
old
animals.
heads can go in there and get our books and take our kids with us, and they can get some free books and be exposed to comic books. So
You take the
don't
good book,
be
the whack
pigs
book.
with the free books when you go to your LCS.
So because there's a couple books
Listen,
on there that I'm definitely
listen,
going to pick picking
Kids
up.
don't know nothing about comics. They rip them. They
Yes, they
fold
do.
them up.
This is the whole point of taking
That's
the
the
kids
point.
to the store.
And that's the
Nah,
point of
man,
free
please.
comics for
Take
them.
me to the store. Take
Listen,
me.
they're supposed to take the comic book and. put
I
it in
am
your
not
back.
holding your hand walking into a comic store, Dom. No.
Yes. Come on. Take me to
No.
the store.
Yeah, if you're LCS or if you have an online service and you can order the bundles. I mean,
You can do these
25 or
online.
whatever books per
Yeah.
$5.
Get
Or
these
or
online.
you can go Monday after Free Comic Book Day to Midtown. You get all these books for free.
No, you don't, because Midtown don't
free
have them.
anyway.
I have gone to Midtown.
Online on a Monday? Yeah, they do. That's how I get mine usually.
Yeah.
They just charge you an arm and a leg for shipping.
Yeah.
Of course they do.
So there you go.
Excellent. Thanks, Dix.
I think the bronze will come out sometime next week. So
Sweet.
Remember the movie The Slap? When the kid
Slap.
comes,
No.
smack the kid. Just go as the kids come.
What? Grown
You talking
man
about that.
arrested in comic book store slapping children.
The slap.
my Boba Fett.
Yelling at child for peeling off Funko sticker
Yeah.
off Funko
Oh.
books.
Yeah.
The kid rolled the book and put it in his back pocket.
Yeah. All right.
Somebody
I
stop
threw-
that kid.
I threw in a little coming attractions just to show what's coming into theaters over the next couple months. Some weird and interesting things that are popping into the theater. So figured I'd just show a little rundown for the holiday season here. So of course, coming out today, Thanksgiving, that Eli Roth movie and the Hunger Games Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Both I think Thanksgiving. I think Thanksgiving's going to end up doing better than projected for the
I
weekend.
want to see. I want to see that because it's not many Thanksgiving horror flicks, so that's actually pretty good.
There are many Thanksgiving movies. Period.
I know.
True.
Freebirds. That's about it.
And then on the 22nd, Napoleon comes out and Dream Scenario with Nick Cage. Dream Scenario looks very interesting.
It was very
I
interesting.
don't know if
Napoleon.
If
And
you've
they
seen any of the
showed
trailers.
They showed a scene of Napoleon when he shot the ice. It's a trap. Go back. That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, Napoleon will be good. I mean, it's Ridley Scott. It's gonna be large scale. It's gonna be
A long movie.
good old
The-
school movie style, epic.
Reviews are mixed on it right now. So
Dream Scenario looks interesting. Nick Cage is a college professor, and people, for some reason, he starts showing up in people's dreams, and then weirdness ensues from there. I love a good weird Nick Cage movie.
Yep.
I haven't seen this one.
Like I said, I'm not going to see it in the theater, but it's something I'll definitely watch at home.
It's gonna suck. It's Nick Cage.
Hey,
Nick Cage has his great movies. The Weatherman is one of the best fucking movies out there. If you've never seen The Weatherman, find it, watch it. I'm sure it's free out there somewhere. Fantastic movie. Fantastic
Pig?
Nick Cage. Pig was okay. I didn't mind Pig. But like I said, Nick Cage has a ton of shitty movies, but he also has a ton of really great movies as well. So
his first movie, Valley Girl.
and sorry, Raising Arizona is still one of the best fucking movies ever made. So
Yep, Raising Arizona.
I will give thumbs up to HI.
I got an update for Thanksgiving previews. It previewed $1 million last night.
For which movie?
Thanksgiving.
It made 10% of its budget back then.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean,
Good.
it'll break even at least. Let's see. Then heading into December, there's a movie, The Shift, which is supposed to be a weird, interesting movie. I like Neil McDonough. I find him to be a hilarious, weird actor. So anything he's in, I will watch. Silent Night seems to have some buzz behind it. John Woo making it his directorial return. So I like a good comeuppance movie, and I like John Woo. So
little movie purpose. Very hyped for that movie.
He loves his Woo.
He does.
And of course, Godzilla -1 on the 1st of December as well. The Toho produced Godzilla, so that's the one I'm very excited for. I'm very excited to see that. The trailer looked awesome. Poor Things. I had to throw this on there because I like weird movies. I don't know how one feels about Emma Stone, but it's a very weird. She's brought back to life, and weirdness ensues. It has a very interesting cast. Ruffalo's in it. She's in it. Willem Dafoe plays a very odd character as well. The trailer looks very amusing, and it's done by the same director who did one of my favorite movies, The Lobster. I don't know if you've ever seen The Lobster with Colin Farrell, but it's one of the strangest fun movies. The Lobster, I highly recommend it. People go for their last chance to find a relationship, and if you don't successfully pair with somebody, you are transformed into an animal of your choice, and that's how you live the rest of your days. So it's a very weird, interesting movie. So I like the quirkiness of it, and this looks like it has some good laughs in it as well.
Is the song Rock Lobster in that movie?
No, I don't believe there's any B-52s in it.
What a waste.
It's good psychological girl on girl drama coming out. Eileen with Anne Hathaway, and also has Shea Wigham in it, who I love as an actor. He is good in everything that he does. He was great in Perry Mason. He's just a great actor. But it's a good period piece set in like the 50s. Psychological drama. Anne Hathaway is a blonde in it, and she plays a very interesting character. Let's just say that. It looks like it has some heat, some sizzle.
Does it have some 69 action?
some sizzle to it. I don't know if there's any of this. I don't know, but it looks like a very looks like a good kind of hot psychological thriller set in the 50s.
Yes.
So
Yes.
also Fast Charlie looks fun. Fast Charlie has Pierce Brosnan, kind of plays a mob fixer who kind of takes somebody out, but the whole head is missing from the body. So he has trouble proving that he killed the person he's supposed to. And then a bunch of people start coming after him. I believe it's written by the same guy that did wrote Equalizer.
Sure.
And The Mechanic. So it has an interesting looking cast. It has the girl that played Deadpool's girlfriend in the movie, Monica. I always forget her last name. She's in it as well.
Joe Pesci's got all those heads, right, in the duffel bag?
Yes. Well, no, there was a set number in that duffel bag. I had to throw one foreign film in here, Concrete Utopia. This is a Korean movie, but it's an interesting disaster dystopian movie. So there's this huge like earthquake, and every single building in this town is destroyed except for one large apartment building, and everything surrounds what happens after this earthquake. And there's just this one place where everyone's trying to get into, and the people that live there are trying to survive. So nobody does weird, uncomfortable dystopian things like the Koreans in terms of their film. They just do an exceptionally good job at doing these types of films. And I don't know, it looks like it'll be very interesting. And of course, Wonka
Yay.
on the 15th. Some more Timothée Chalamet coming up on the 15th.
We don't need another Wonka movie.
It's the prequel.
I do.
I agree. I'm sorry. To me, Gene Wilder will and always will be the only Willy Wonka. That's the way I'll always feel. But it's out. Something to take your kids to.
Yeah. Just watch the original.
Last bunch on the list here for Sydney Sweeney fans. There is a romantic comedy. So if you want to take your lady friend to a movie because, hey, it's a romantic comedy, but you really just want to look at titties the whole time, there's this romantic comedy, Anyone But You, with Sydney Sweeney.
Wait. You're promising there's titties in this movie? Is that what you're doing? Right?
I am pretty sure.
Wait, so you want people to spend $15 to hopefully
She's at least scantily clad. No,
Hey,
I'm just saying.
Hopefully
Your lady's like, hey, I want to go to the movies, and you're like, oh, I want to see Aquaman, and she says, no, you're a grown man. You should go to a movie that's not a superhero movie. You can go to this movie.
What I'm hearing is Joe's Doolin will reimburse the ticket cost.
Hey, listen, Lucifer,
No titties.
I'll pay
by next week, I will try to confirm if there's tits in the movie.
Lucifer, I'll pay $15 to go see this, then pay OnlyFans.
You can go to Pornhub, XTube.
I'm
free, right?
I want
just
story.
I'm just trying to find a movie.
You want a story with your boobies?
You can take your significant other out, and you get something for her.
What is this,
It's a romantic
Jedi? What is
comedy,
going on here?
and you get a little something for you. Why not?
I'm actually.
She's not gonna want to go see Iron Claw about the Van Erich brother.
I'll go see that. I want to see that. That looks pretty cool.
I want to see it, but if you think I'm gonna take my wife to go see it, you got another thought coming.
Yeah.
She's not
We
gonna
here
want
at
to go see that
Rennavision
movie.
don't condone our HR to recommend.
That's it.
Hey,
Did I
I'm just
HR?
I'm just a people pleaser. I'm just trying to please people out there.
And
Hope
thank you,
someone please
Joe.
think of the people.
Thank you. When I need boobs, I come to you.
I'm just
What?
trying
You like
to
hairy
find
boobs too?
That didn't sound good. I don't know.
Joe has
trying to
become a
find
little
movies that
burned out.
make everybody happy.
Joe has become a little burned out with regular porn. He needs some good story porn now. To get his blood going.
I don't need it, but if I'm gonna
The
have to
pizza
watch a
delivery
romantic,
boy is not enough anymore.
hey, if I'm gonna have to go watch a romantic comedy, I want a little eye candy with it.
That's it.
Yes, Joe loves romantic comedies.
I
When you
don't
start-
mind romantic comedies if they're done well. Give me
Somebody take
Matthew
his man
McConaughey
card
and
away,
something.
please.
I'll watch it.
When
You
you
can
start
take my
getting your
man
por-
card away.
when you start getting your porn like in the '80s with a roll of quarters on your cable box, then you know you've gone too far.
There you go.
I like push up to here.
Yeah, watch those squiggly lines. I think I saw something in there.
Of course, at the end of December on the 22nd, you also have Aquaman coming out. If anyone except for Bruce chooses to go see that movie, apparently last of the DCU movies under the Snyderverse. So, I guess that will officially mark the end. Correct, Bruce?
And then we're going to have a nice long 2-year break from DC movies and then anticipation for Superman Legacy.
And last on the list, opening on Christmas Day. I had to put Ferrari on there because Michael Mann is Michael Mann, and everybody should enjoy Michael Mann movies because they're fantastic. If you liked Heat, I don't know. Adam Driver as Enzo Ferrari is interesting to me, and it looks pretty well shot. So good stuff. And that's what's playing over the holidays, guys. Now we can finally get into some G.I. Joe talk.
Yes. Yo, Joe.
What are you showing, Styx?
Oh, Yo Joe. Nice.
I have my only slab Joe right here.
Nice.
Here, hold on one second. Let me, oh, shit. I don't know what happened.
Put him on the big screen. Let's see.
Technology is hard.
Yeah, it is because I just lost my screen here. There we go.
Only loved by AOA.
Yeah. Let's see.
So, Danger Girl G.I. Joe #2 signed.
Only a
by Campbell.
9.6, you peasant.
Only 9.6, but hey, better than a 9.0. So that's
9.6 is all day,
That's
man.
nice. Baroness Lady J. Can't go wrong.
Yeah. And Cover Girl.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
All right.
Over of our show with your 9.6 sticks. Come on. You're
Yeah.
I'm not a snob.
9.6.
Hey, listen, 9.6 is all day. They're the best.
We're never going to get Bruce Fur back on this show again.
Not with a 9.6.
Romantic comedies and 9.6 comics. Fuck you.
I got a
9.6
first
get cracked and resubmitted.
I have a 9.6 first Zartan. Leave me alone.
Do not crack your comics. Leave it to a professional.
All right, Bruce, I'm something to you.
I agree with that.
All right. So I figured I'd run through some Joes. Talk about their first appearance. Just as a reminder for everybody, although most people know where these are, it's always good to remember because everything gets a little fuzzy after all these years. So first up, we got Duke, who will be having his own series. Good old Conrad S. Hauser. His first appearance was in G.I. Joe 22, which is a great Destro cover. Little fun fact about Duke, he's only loved by AOA.
Too bad Duke doesn't love him back.
Good old Sergeant.
I thought Duke and Flint had a special relationship.
Duke is a very, I don't know, people either really love Duke or don't really give two shits about Duke. And I think more people probably fall into the don't give two shits about Duke category.
Well, his figure is pretty cool. The 6-inch figure that came out, the classified.
You prefer 6 inches?
Prefer 10 inches. Okay.
Prefers a 6-inch Duke.
Whoa.
Given the choice, I'll take 6 inches personally.
What's going on here?
Lucifer, you see?
My God, this is turning into my show.
Yeah.
Gun to my head, I'm picking the 6.
It's better than 12.
Oh boy.
Where's P? We need P to edit that out.
Yeah. Next up, we got Cobra Commander in here. First appearance of G.I. Joe #1. Fun fact, he was a former used car salesman.
Former used car salesman. It makes me laugh.
It's true.
I know it's true. That's the thing. It makes me laugh. His origin. Some of the origins of some of these guys is ridiculous.
Great. They're fantastic.
Oh God.
Also
I
in
have this.
GI.
I have this in an A5. You want trash? Throw it in the trash.
Yeah. Also in GI Joe
Can't you
number
grade it?
one.
Can't you fix it, crack it, and press it?
It's on the bottom of my list to crack. I got more important books to crack besides that one.
Yeah, if it's an 8.5, what are you really going to get it to? You know.
Yeah.
Baroness also appearing in GI Joe number one. Fun little fact: she didn't get her action figure until Series 3 of the 82 Hasbro run.
You know why?
Why?
Well, back in the 80s, the women action figures nobody really wanted, so they kind of pushed them out. Later on in the series, because they didn't like Scarlet. I know Scarlet came, but Scarlet was still a peg warmer. Nobody really bought Scarlet back in the day, so they waited because the Scarlet didn't sell that good, and that was one of the reasons why back in the 80s it took a little bit longer for the Baroness to come out in the original series of toys.
Yeah, I love the Baroness, and I think I flew past one of the first slide there, because I did want to talk about that comic publication timeline.
Yeah.
Just so everyone's clear of how much this book moved around. So Marvel had it from
Comics. I forgot they had it from 96 to 97 a year.
Now, granted, there was a Ziff Davis back in the 50s or whatever.
Yeah,
GI Joe
the
comic
12-inch.
book that was that was kind of. The 12-inch was loosely based off of that, but
Right.
I don't think it was direct.
There was also a 2-issue DC version.
Yeah. So from the major timelines, you had Marvel running it from 82 to 94. You had Dark Horse very briefly from 96 to 97.
Yeah.
Devil's Due, DDP had it from 2001 to 2008. Again, briefly Dreamwave Productions in 2004.
Devil's Due has a lot of incentive covers that are really cool. Really,
that Storm Shadow that I had wherever it was.
Cover to pick up.
Yeah, that Storm Shadow series is a DDP book.
Yeah.
And then IDW had it from 2008 to very recently, and now Skybound's doing it. So good times.
I hope Skybound really takes off with the book. Apparently number one sold out, so they're going through a second printing. So
Already?
Yeah.
Yep. They just announced that.
Yeah.
Did I order any?
I ordered 301, which I read, and it was a JoJo book.
The zombies.
Let me check my Midtown order.
Zombies.
You can order online, Dom.
I have though. I got I ordered a couple of G.I. Joe 301s online. I got the
Wait, you know how to operate a computer?
Yes, I do.
Oh, wow. I'm impressed.
I can operate a computer. I can talk 4 different languages and curse words towards you.
And we got everyone's favorite Snake Eyes. Again, first appearance in G.I. Joe 1. He got his permanent damage due to not staying and healing and instead going and rescuing hostages because he's a badass. And I was like, screw it. I don't need to talk or not be disfigured horribly for the rest of my life. Saving hostages was his thing. So
it's kind of funny how him and Scarlet were more of a romantic duo in the comics than on the cartoon. There was more Duke and Scarlet. Yeah.
Good old Destro. We said before, cameo 11, full 1 14. You got to love a guy who's the 24th in the line of James McCullen Destros. It's a very dedicated family.
Yep.
And of course, you got Dom's favorite Zartan.
Yep.
First appearance in G.I. Joe 24. And I believe in G.I. Joe 48, Sergeant Slaughter punched him right in the face. So that was something.
Yeah. No, but his first appearance, a cameo appearance, just sitting there holding the gun towards Firefly and a wild weasel like that at the end, and then he had his first full appearance.
First full one,
25.
24.
Yeah.
Some of the more rare variants, that Cobra 19 RI from IDW, that Baroness cover is always not only a ghost, but always ridiculously expensive when you can possibly find it. It's a beautiful cover.
I sold mine to Pete.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous cover.
Who'd you sell
It is
to?
one of Pete.
Oh, that's how you got on Rennavision.
I was already on.
It is, but it is one of the best GI Joe variants out there. It's just a great fucking cover. Also, that GI Joe 21, Michael Turner, the Rengar variant. That thing is always quite pricey as well.
It's come down in the last couple years, though.
Yeah,
I
but
watched
it's still
that one, looking for another copy, but
it's still graded. It's still pretty.
Oh yeah,
it's
great.
still pretty tight. It goes for a grip. You're gonna spend $800 or $900 to possibly get one of those.
Yeah, and there's two variants to it too. There's one signed by Blaylock that came with a COA, and there was one signed by Turner that came with a COA.
Of course, Turner going to be worth more now.
Yeah. Yep.
And of course, that GI Joe Special One, that McFarlane with the Spider-Man homage with Snake Eyes there, that always goes for quite a grip, and that's a Marvel book. Again, all of these graded in the 9/8 or whatever, or fetching close to $1,000 in some cases.
So that's only a McFarlane homage. McFarlane does not do the art on that cover.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then G.I. Joe America's Elite 11, the 1 in 200. This was from Devil's Due as well. That book consistently sells pretty well for a handful.
Yeah.
So if you happen to see those out in the wild, it would be very rare to see them out in the wild. But if you see them out in the wild for some magical reason, pick them up, because it will definitely be worth your money. They don't come up very often. When they do come up, they go for quite a good bit of money. Even raw, they go for quite a significant amount of money. So,
yeah. Oh, you didn't have the Snake Eyes on the motorcycle, the Purple Rain variant.
The Purple Rain one? Nah, I could probably sit and come up with G.I. Joe variants all day, because there's so many good ones that are out there.
My brother Jimmy, this would have been great for my brother to be on Geek Astronomy. He has all these Joes.
Oh, all the original 64s? Yeah, these 12 inches were amazing. This schematic here at the end is actually the patent for the 12-inch G.I. Joe that was submitted. I found the actual patent. And I was like, oh, I got to put the patent up there, because it's pretty badass, because it was really one of the first heavily articulated action figures. Well, it's really the first action figure, if you will. But
throw that away.
Dead fish.
Oh God.
Fish heads, roly poly fish heads.
Oh man. So yeah, the patent was submitted in 64, but they didn't have the patent until, I don't think, got approved until 66. So you will see, if you happen to collect any of these old Joes, you will notice on the stamping, where you'd see the date and the normal patent number and stuff like that. If they're before 64, before 66, you'll see a 1964 and a copyright. If it's before 66, you'll see a patent pending. If it's after the patent was approved, it'll be after 66, and it'll actually have the patent number on it, even though they'll both say 1964 on them. So the original 12 inches, they sold a lot like Barbie dolls. So you would be able to get a box with a 12-inch. The clothes came off and stuff like that. They sold all kinds of kind of accessory packs where you would have the clothes or different outfits or different adventure series things like a raft or things like that you could have. And then toward the end of the run, they had this wonderful Atomic Man, who was basically Steve Austin. It was basically a Steve Austin ripoff. He was born without certain limbs and then got bionic arms and legs, and he had the little see-through eye, just like the $6 Million Man did as well.
It's
and
funny,
they
they
sold
had
a
a
lot
G.I. Joe and Bionic Man comic series. So
yes, they did.
yeah.
So yeah, he was that later run in 76. And again, Hasbro ran this line the whole time. Still does.
It's funny. A long time ago, I went to a wax museum with my brother. When I was a kid, and they had a King Kong, a wax sculpture holding a Barbie
shit, that
doll
was a
and
really
G.I.
long time
Joe
ago.
shooting at it. It was like really cool. I remember that when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, G.I. Joe was, it was kind of the answer for boys to the Barbie doll.
Yep.
They wanted to make something that would appeal to boys and sell like a Barbie.
Yep.
And that was G.I. Joe. Excellent flocked hair on the, and beards, by the way, on the, on the 12 inches.
My brother has the vehicles. My brother has the a lot of the stuff.
Yeah, they're nice figures. I mean,
Yeah.
granted, they're hard to find in reasonable shape, especially in the box, because the boxes are always beat the whole shit.
Because
Yeah,
people play with them.
Yeah, I have the Jeep with the trailer and the flashlight thing.
Nice. Yeah, they had cool stuff.
There's
Cool
some,
stuff
there's
that
some
came
great
with it.
toys. Yeah,
Yeah, the accessories were cool, and everything was pretty well made as well, which was fun.
So apparently Hasbro is actually doing a couple of 6-inch classified GI Joes, like the first GI Joe made 6-inch form, one of the scuba divers 6-inch form. So like 3 of the 4 top original Joes are going to be made in classified form.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, coming soon.
Nice. I like the adventure set for Atomic Man where he has a snake charming outfit, which is fun. Comes with a large snake. And then, of course, starting in 82, you had the 3 3/4. So you had your Series 1. These were the carded figures that came. You see, as Dom noted before, Scarlet was really the only female that was there.
Yep.
You had Breaker and Stalker and Flash, a couple Cobra Soldiers. You had your Snake Eyes there, and just Stalker. So there's wasn't a huge Series 1, and then you had your vehicle drivers where you basically got kind of a bit of a repeat there, and then good old Cobra Commander as a mail-in in Series 1.
I remember I got that mail-in, and I mailed it in to get the Cobra Commander. I got it back in the day.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, Hasbro's carried it through, but now you have, I guess, I don't know, Dom, you probably know better than me, but there are other companies putting out specific G.I. Joe things that have license agreements with Hasbro to put some toys out that are a little bit bigger, a little bit nicer.
Mesco got the 8-inch line that they're doing. A couple of Joes that came out. Super 7 is doing the original card backs with the 5.0 articulation figures that are coming out. And I like the fact that the light, I'm glad, Hasbro holds hostage to all the IPs, the big IPs that we enjoy. It's great to see other companies get a chance to put out some stuff that you get a different variety. You get characters that were never made before, and that's what Super 7 does. They make characters that never came out before, from the comic books, from the cartoon, which is it's pretty cool. It's pretty neat to have different options.
And yes, as Cosmic One notes, the Mickey Mouse Cobra Commander is the hard to find variant of the Cobra Commander, where the top of the Cobra looks like Mickey Mouse ears. stamping of the Cobra symbol there. So if you ever see those even just loose sitting in a box,
Get it.
you know, when you're at flea markets or garage sales and there happen to be maybe a box of some loose Joes laying around, never hurts to look at that chest to see if you happen to
They're
see,
coming out with the His Tank is coming out soon. The end of the month, they're shipping out the His Tank from the HasLab.
Yep.
And there's the Cardiac Cobra Commander, the 6-inch with the Mickey Mouse Cobra they made specifically for the fans. Pretty cool.
Yeah, HasLab always seem to do well for GI Joe. They seem to shit the bed a lot for Star Wars, but they seem to do really well for GI Joe stuff. I don't know why they seem to have their finger on the pulse better for GI Joe a lot of times than they do for Star Wars, but they do some good stuff. All right, now it's time for some panel picks. For the panel to pick their favorite Joe and Cobra. Okay, first up.
Oh,
Guess
nice.
who?
Oh, let me see. Is that Joe Doolin's favorite pick?
Nope.
Damn.
This one is not mine.
Really?
Take ownership.
I think I might have misunderstood the assignment there.
Yeah.
I think you did too.
Yeah. He said pick your favorite Joe and Cobra. I thought we were. I guess I was going by a completely different set of criteria for picking.
It's never a bad criteria to go by.
I love the Cobra Snatch.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know a lot about GI Joe, so you go with what you know, right? I mean, that's kind of what you did.
Yo, Joe.
I don't know a lot about Joe, so I did do a little research. I guess I don't know. I actually started reading GI Joe #1 from the Real American Hero, the first one, #1. And I guess I found it was interesting. Baroness, I think, now I'd have to go back and really double check. She might be like one of the first, at least probably one of the first Cobra characters that appear in that book, right? I mean, so she's like a very, very early first appearance.
Yep.
I believe.
Yeah.
So, and she's kind of a, from what little bit I read, it's a lot thicker comic book than I thought it was going to be. So I didn't finish it, but she's kind of a badass. She's kind of, telling people what to do, running, giving orders, kicking a little ass, taking names, and throwing ladies out, moving train windows and stuff like that. So she's pretty cool. I liked her, so I picked her. And she's
people get thrown off trains.
And, got some good
I know a few
underboob
that
and stuff like that.
train.
I think it was a train.
I like your picture.
Not that kind of train.
Yeah.
I like the cut of your jib, sir.
Yes.
And then Lady J, I don't know a lot about her. I think she didn't appear until I had to look it up, like issue 32 or something like that. So, and she was, just kind of I don't know how big she is in the actual comic books nowadays, but she's just, I don't know. She's a cool character. She's great. She was enlisted E6. So she was kind of a grunt doing, So yeah, those are my picks. Yeah, you can move on because I
accept them. I enjoy staring at them. It's a great pair you chose.
Thank you.
Jeez.
That's a pair.
I think they work well together.
Both pairs are great.
Next up, we got Chuckles and Snake Eyes. Who wants to? Who wants to take ownership of that one?
Styx, you're muted.
I am taking ownership of this one. So, of course, everyone loves Snake Eyes. So, I don't really need to talk him up. But Chuckles, I always liked Chuckles. I liked him in the comic series that they had at Image. So that's where I really started to like him. I thought he was kind of a comedic type of character that they use.
And he had the Hawaiian shirt. That was always nice.
Yeah, the Hawaiian shirt. At one point, you could buy that Hawaiian shirt at American Eagle. So it was based on a real shirt.
Yeah, it's always fun.
Really?
Yeah. So those are my picks. I mean, no cleavage here. I mean, Chuckles has his shirt open there for you. So, I mean,
That's
whatever.
a
That's
Marco
something.
special.
He likes the deep V. That's okay.
Gotta air it out sometimes.
All right, next up, that good old Cobra Commander and the Sergeant Slaughter. Who wants it?
Mine. Mine's just my picks are solely based on the animated cartoon from the 80s.
Mhm.
I didn't read any G.I. Joe comics.
No, none.
Miranda was just freaking hilarious.
Retreat.
Yeah.
Right. Retreat. So you only watched the cartoon? You never read any of the books?
I actually had Sergeant Slaughter with his triple T tank.
Yeah, the little tank. Yeah.
I broke it, of course, but I wish I would have kept it in the original packaging.
Hmm.
You know, Sergeant Slaughter came into an episode, kicked ass.
Yep.
It was great.
G.I. Joes
Those
were
are my-
meant to be played with.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
G.I. Joes were meant to
Showed
be
up in
played with.
Rise as a Panther Rise, the origin of Panther.
Yep.
I mean, I had a lot of Star Wars stuff growing up and stuff like that. But as a kid, there was nothing I played with more than G.I. Joe.
Mhm.
It was always the best. They were always coming out with new characters. They're always interesting. Accessories were always great. Vehicles were always great. It's fantastic.
So me and my buddy, I've talked about him before, Scott. He's the one that got me into Doctor Who. We would, he had his G.I. Joes, and I would bring over my G.I. Joes, and we would have a big war in his he had a huge basement, and we'd have this huge war, and we actually have an audio cassette of one of our battles.
How old were you, Styx?
At that
23.
point, I was let's see, I was probably
I do like
8,
Major Blood.
8 or 10.
Your buddy Joe was what, like 22, 23? Down in the basement.
No, get
Down
out
in the
of here!
basement, please.
Get out of here!
10-year-old that owned the house. I'm only 10.
I was
Does your mother still hang out at dockside bars?
Dockside Bar?
Johnny, do you play baseball?
I love those the dub ones, the ones that are great.
I completely threw Styx off his game.
You did. That threw me for a loop. Didn't expect that one.
Sure, when I was in junior high school, there was a kid that used to get all the G.I. Joes ahead of time. He used to have stuff that came out before they actually hit the stores. And I'm like, how the hell did you get all this stuff? Like, he first introduced the Dreadnoughts. And he was like, oh, I got the Dreadnoughts. I'm like, how the hell did you get Ripper and friggin' Buzzsaw? I'm like, how the hell did you get these guys? Oh, well, so. And then, like, a few months later, they came to the stores.
Was he driving around in a white van?
Yeah.
Was it airbrushed on the side?
Airbrush on the side says, G.I. Joe's available.
Yeah.
Until they come out.
Yeah, instead of having a
Green
puppy,
pie.
they have G.I. Joe figure.
Yeah.
Want to come in my van and see my dreadnoughts?
I have some candy.
I got a pair of Dreadnoughts.
Nice candy, little boy.
Oh, boy.
Next up, we got Storm Shadow and Low Light. These were mine. Storm Shadow is always great. I don't have to talk him up. Low Light, I love. I still have my Low Light from when I was a kid.
They have a new one, the 6-inch, the classified came out.
Like I said, G.I. Joe characters. To me, he might not be one of the best characters, but it's one of those things you remember the characters you had as a kid and things you had as a kid. And G.I. Joes were just always the easiest thing. You know, your parents taking you in the car or whatever. You could always grab a couple Joes, throw them in your pocket, and you'd be entertained. You'd be entertained for that, half hour, 45 minutes, however long you had to be in a car. You could sit back there with something small like that. And, I always had several G.I. Joes with me at all times. And Low Light was always badass. Plus, he had a badass sniper rifle, which was always
He did.
nice.
Yeah.
I
You like
the
his
way-
rifle a lot?
Yes, I like his rifle.
You would always lose that little tripod stand.
Oh yes, yes. And the very end where the suppressor was would always bend horribly as well.
Oh yeah, yeah, because they're so thin. Yeah.
But that was the one fun thing about the Joes. They always had great accessories with them as well.
They did.
Maybe it's just because you basically had to compare it to Star Wars for the most part, and Star Wars is fun. But when you had GI Joe, you had more articulation.
Yep.
You had better accessories. The characters were just a lot more fun to play with.
Very colorful, the characters. Very colorful.
Yeah. And like I said, they always kept coming out with different stuff. And they were at that perfect price point that as a kid, there was always like a chance if you'd ask a parent while you're there, hey, can I get a GI Joe? They look, I remember when I was a kid, they were like $259 for a Joe for, at least those early series. So sometimes your parent would throw it your way, and that would just be the best. So like I said, it's a nostalgia toy for me that I still love.
All right.
And I believe last on our list here, we got our Zartan and Rock and Roll.
So, growing up, when I got the Joes, the first Joe I did get my hands on was Rock and Roll. I was my mom, they bought for me, and I really enjoyed. And then Rock and Roll, I liked Rock and Roll growing up, Rock and Roll. So I was like, oh, this is badass. I got that, and that was the first Joe that I owned of the Joe line when they first started. Then Zartan came into fold, and everything got thrown out of the way. I said, this guy's fucking badass. I said, I like this. Fucking changes color in the sun.
Oh yeah.
Master Disguise. I was like, I love this shit.
It came with that mask. That was the coolest freaking accessory back in the 80s. If you got that Zartan, it had the little backpack that would open up and hold the mask in there.
It was great. This was one of the harder figures to get too when it came out. It came out. People like a lot of my friends had it. When it came out with the Chameleon. He had the Chameleon, the 2-pack. That was freaking awesome. I was happy to have that, But Zartan, man, that was the character. Like, I know that he wasn't the first Cobras, like he was on top of the line. Like, the background characters are usually the coolest. That's why I love Boba Fett so much, because Boba Fett, he wasn't the main guy. He was just the background, cool, standing there. Yes, Zartan had some crazy wacky episodes in G.I. Joe, but you know what? For what I don't care. It was just the cool character. His toy was so cool.
Would you consider him the Boba Fett of G.I. Joe?
Yeah, but he had more action. He was actually much cooler because
they built out around him. Well, you had the Dreadnoughts. Yeah, had his brother and sister.
Yep, and I like the way they portrayed his character in the comic books, everything. Now like. I had his figure. I wish I had it now in my hands, but a lot of my stuff when I was a kid, I gave to my brother. My brother lost shit and down the road. And that's why toys are such a nostalgic thing for me. And I want to collect, and eventually I will get the original stuff down the road. And I am eyeing a Zartan, the original Zartan. So I'm trying to get one again to have and keep. But until then, I have a couple of things to keep me occupied. Like, we have Funko.
Let me throw you up there, Dom.
Yep.
Hold on. Let's get check.
We have Funko has Zartan, and also he has the Chase, which he's in color form.
Nice color form.
Color form. And then, of course, the classified that just came out has Zartan. And then they came out with the Hasbro exclusive. I'm not opening this, but it's actually changes color, so it's actually really cool that they finally brought it back. And he has this many masks.
Oh, nice.
He has
That's
all these
cool.
masks, disguises in this set. So I'm happy I got that. So I have some things to hold me over until I actually get the original piece down the road.
The only thing I hated about Zartan was when they tried to pigeonhole him into the whole Arishikaj family.
Yeah.
That was a
I
little
hate that they
unnecessary.
changed the different. They had that, but he had the mohawk. He had the mohawk, and he had the stuff. But he went through his changes. But the original look of Zartan will always be my favorite. And it's kind of funny how people thought that was hair, and meanwhile it was a hood the entire time.
Yeah.
And show it up. Like, oh, he's got red hair, he got red flowing hair, but then you find out it's just the hood.
That's just
And
it was always one of the best characters. But like I said, between Zartan and the Dreadnoughts and that spinoff, and there you go, and all the ninjas,
really cool stuff.
Between Jinx and Storm Shadow and all
that's
that
the one thing
stuff.
about G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe had a character for everybody. Like, there was a cool character that was made, and there's so many Joes, so many Cobras.
Who wants a body massage?
And they never had the same personality. They all had different personalities.
Yeah.
There wasn't like, these cookie cutter. Everyone had the same kind of personality.
Yeah. No, they did exceptionally well, and it was well marketed not only as a toy, but also the cartoon. The comic was actually good. I enjoyed reading the comic as a kid. It was one of the first comic books that I read as a kid regularly. Like, you would get comics here and there, but in terms of actually like getting into a story and reading it,
what's his name?
G.I. Joe was the first.
The Eskimo bounty hunter, the Eskimo that
Quinn.
Quinn. They never made him in action figure form, but they did in Super 7. Super 7 made him
I need one of those,
Yeah, so it's kind of cool that like those characters that were in the comics that never had the light of day, Super 7 does that. So maybe one day, the Classified is actually making G.I. Joes that weren't made before, which is pretty cool. And
we need a Dr. Venom.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get some stuff down the road when they get.
Yeah, we need Dr. Venom.
Yeah. So, and the line is doing good. The Classified, the 6-inch line is doing fantastic. They seem to put more love into that than anything else.
Yeah.
And speaking about Serpentor, one more thing. There we go. I got the 6-inch Serpentor. This shit's badass.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Serpentor is. Serpentor plays heavily in 301.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten 301 yet, it is a continuation of the story, and Serpentor is front and center, and left on quite a cliffhanger.
Zombies.
Next time on G.I. Joe.
So so we'll see what we get out of the continuing series, and then if they, I'm guessing they're going to close out the story arc and maybe reboot it. I'm not sure what the plan.
This is what I heard. I know it's going to be two different. The 301 was actually the reboot of number 1. So I think that they're going to continue the story on a separate scale and just do the Energon universe, something totally different, which it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense in making money wise.
I think they would have made more money if they would have just did a G.I. Joe number 1.
Yeah, I'm guessing maybe, I know they wanted to release the Hama cut, and maybe that was too confusing to have a G.I. Joe 1 out at the same time they were re-releasing the original G.I. Joe 1. But I still don't understand why.
I wonder if
space it out. just do it.
Let me, for you guys that read it, does it continue from the last issue from the IDW run?
I believe it does. I hadn't read. I have 300 somewhere. But I haven't read it for so damn long. Go ahead.
So Hamo was doing that series. I wonder if he had it in his contract that it would go.
That he would continue.
Maybe he already had scripts for that done. And like, listen, I want to finish up what I had. Let me finish that up, and then we can start a whole new series.
So I
do believe it is supposed to
pick it up and know exactly what's going on.
The way the story was set up, if you have a vague knowledge of GI Joe, it wasn't that crazy that you couldn't follow it. Like I can't remember even reading 300, even though I know I have it in a box somewhere, because it's been a while. It's been a little while since 300 came out. It's been a handful of months. I mean, at least 6 to 8 months, maybe, if not more. I didn't remember it, but I could read 301. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. What happened?
Well, look, I'll look at it this way: if you get anybody gets a chance of getting Larry to do the story, you're gonna pick him up. So, I guess GI Joe, he's like part of the Joe. Yeah, I go as a Panther. Yeah, I see one person dressed as a Panther at a con, and that was it. And that was years ago.
That was cool. That must be cool.
But
maybe it was really Panther.
Larry's a legend, man. He's a legend writing GI Joe. But would you want anybody else to write GI Joe? That's the whole thing.
Yes, I definitely want somebody except for Larry Hama to write GI Joe at this point. Larry Hama's a million years old. Find somebody new to write GI Joe.
How about Chris Claremont? Get Jim Lee and Chris Claremont to do GI Joe.
I don't know. I mean, they could find somebody to write.
Okay, can't you find somebody younger than 70 to write these books?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. You don't need Hama. Like it's nice to have him because he does have this GI Joe pedigree because he's been doing it for 40 years. But
yeah,
you don't need him.
Name recognition alone is worth having him.
Yeah.
Do your book.
Yeah,
true.
As far as the GI Joe goes.
Well, we'll see what happens next year. You know, next year you get the FOC GI Joe #1 starting over, but they're going to start the Energon universe. That's going to be the GI Joe universe.
It's confirmed that they're starting the series over at #1.
I don't know. That's the thing.
Oh, what are you talking about?
I'm saying that no, #1 they're coming out with GI Joe, the regular GI Joe series after the limited series, after Duke, after Cobra Commander, because the GI Joe is going to connect with the Transformers. So it would make sense to have GI Joe #1.
Well, aren't
Transformers?
Isn't Duke and the Cobra Commander series separate series on its own anyway?
They are.
So those are origin series, right?
Basically, yeah.
So that'll lead into
GI Joe.
I'm going to guess to that free comic book day book we saw earlier, where it's the Energon universe.
Because
and so in May, that's when we get the GI Joe #1.
Duke is putting the team together. Duke.
Put them in a home.
Put the band back together.
He's put the team, and Baron is part of the Joe lineup, which is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So she is.
Yeah, I don't understand how they're doing all that, but
yeah, Baron is Duke, Stalker, and I forgot the other person that's starting off with Duke, and then Cobra Commander has Destro,
Very Scarlet,
Zorana, Destro, and what's his face? He was
Major
part
Blood.
Of what?
Major Blood.
No, he was part of Sergeant Slaughter's group.
Oh, the
Cobra Viper that actually that left
can't think of his name.
Cobra and become a Sergeant Slaughter renegade, one of the renegades. He is with Cobra Commander, so they're going deep into lore, taking some stuff, which is pretty cool. You know, I kind of like that. You know, Kirkman actually does know his Transformer and GI Joe lore.
I'm very happy Skybound has the property. I think Skybound will treat the property better than some of the other publishers treated the property.
They're just going to the covers.
I just still don't understand why they launched out the way they did with here's a Legacy 301 and then here's a reissue of the original #1 Hama cut, and then we're doing these two mini series. It's it seemed everything seemed to make sense the way they did. Here's Void Rivals. Here's Transformers 1.
Yep.
It made sense. It whether it continued, didn't continue, I don't care. It just made sense the way they did it. It seems a little.
I think there's more to the Joe stuff than they talking about. There's a lot of surprise. I heard that they have a lot of big surprises for the Joes.
Wait, so you're saying there's more than meets the eye?
No,
that's Transformers. That's Transformers. Get it right. Come on.
Now, I was going to say that they actually said that there's going to be other limited series. They're going to have other like story, a lot of crazy stuff. They said it's going to be a good ride with GI Joe. So we'll see.
Yeah. Let's see if they can hold people's attention past the first few issues.
Well,
And
we'll see.
correct me if I'm wrong. Jedi, there is no comic review this week, right?
No, there is. There is.
Oh, there is. Oh shit, good. Good. I did throw in the slide in there. I just wasn't sure whether you were hitting one or not. So let's let me get that up there. Let's get you up there and
Love
I'm
that.
seeing double.
all righty.
Yeah, you can
Drop you
There
down
you go.
there.
Oh, I like that.
Unless you want the bigger one.
No, that's
Giggity.
about it. So this week's comic review, we're gonna do another rewind, and guess what? It ain't Joe's. You guys are killing me with the GI Joe stuff. You're killing me with it. So we're not doing that.
I'll go back to titties next week. I'll get back to
Yeah, you guys, you're killing me to death.
Oh, cakes. No titties.
No, we're gonna do a Uncanny Tales story from Uncanny Tales number 9 called The Executioner this week.
I'm glad you didn't listen to Joe.
This is so we'll just go through this real quick. So this is kind of a story where I guess the narrator in a way is talking to you, and you are the victim of this tale, I guess is the best way to say it. So it starts off, this is your jury, the people who have doomed you to die by the axe. And they said, off with his head. And so they all vote that they're going to kill
Make it bigger.
you.
There we go.
And so they said, all right, but who's going to do the dirty work? I think Alex should do it. He always does a good job. He's the man for it. So Alex says, so the ugly little man called Alex. So the narrator's like, the ugly little man called Alex is going to be your executioner. And Alex says, sure, I'll do it. And in the way I sharpen my axe, you'll never feel a thing. So they circle the event on the calendar when the deed will be done. So then he said, I can count on all of you to be there. And they're like, yeah, we'll be there. And frankly, I can't wait for this day to come. So they really want some killing. Last thing is to settle the hour. What time will the axe fall? Very early in the morning, 6 o'clock, they say. So meanwhile, you are in your cell. You're being fed scraps. You're sleeping on a measly little bed of straw. The rats are everywhere. It's leaking in there. It's just a very uncomfortable situation for you. The day comes. Alex shows up with his axe. You think maybe something's going to happen to save you. But no, Alex swings his axe. You feel it cutting through the flesh of your neck. And just before your head falls to the ground, you look at the face of the murderer and wonder, why is he doing this in a civilized world? And you wonder why the slaughter always takes place on a day called Thanksgiving.
Nice. And that was an Atlas comic, by the way. So on Free Comic Day, remember to pick up that Free Comic Book Day Atlas sampler. That's in there.
There you go.
So I'll continue on a little bit. So Marvel.com, this article is a couple of years old. I think it's from 2018. They published an online article on the 13 best comic books to read over the holiday season, or the Thanksgiving holiday weekend, I should say. The first one is Generation X from 1994, number 23. More like a Thanksgiving Eve story than a full Turkey Day tale. It's the quieter tale of young mutants at the Massachusetts Academy and outside the academy, visiting families, feeding and helping friends in need, consoling each other through the holiday blues. Just don't keep Howard the Duck away from the turkey, they say. At number 12, we've got Daredevil from 1964, 178. Frank Miller brings Daredevil, Luke Cage, and Iron Fist together for a story that features a fight at New York's Thanksgiving Day parade, some heroic do-gooding, and some not-so-good kingpin hijinks.
That is
Number
prime.
11, we've got
prime
Spider
Daredevil.
Gwen from number 4, not Spider Gwen 14 from 2015. Gwen is carrying out a lot of guilt this Thanksgiving. Her father's in jail. She feels terrible around Aunt May and Uncle Ben. And on top of that, she's still hiding her secret identity. Number 10, we've got Nam 22 from 86. The tale is set in 1967 in Vietnam, where a squadron of U.S. soldiers find themselves tracking the Viet Cong on Thanksgiving Day. While the Americans get an all too brief tasty of holiday chow, the leftovers do not go to waste. And number 9, A Year of the Marvels, November Infinite comic number 1. Thanksgiving, Frank Castle finds himself on a run after a particularly brutal firefight. Beaten and bloody, he is taken in by a veteran and her son, but unfortunately his enemies soon follow. This is a sober holiday Punisher story with respect, fear, love, heartbreak, and danger. At number 8, we've got Marvel Superhero Adventures, Captain Marvel Mealtime Mayhem from 2008. Venom is coming to dinner and his vicious symbiote. And is a vicious symbiote ever a good thing? Question mark.
What the hell?
Number 7, we got Frank Richards, Happy Franksgiving from 2006. This is a super fun read that is a great for silly, happy story about a very nosy Franklin Richards getting into his father's inventions. Also include the Fantastic Four as the turkeys.
As turkeys.
Another Deadpool from 2012, number 37. Deadpool is feeling generous and refraining from murder on Thanksgiving, but how long will it last?
Oh, jeez.
Punisher number 5 from 2011. Considering everything that makes Frank Castle the Punisher, it's probably going to be a lonely Thanksgiving or a bloody one. Uncanny X-Men number 4, 308 from 1963. Mixed blessings indeed. The X-Men just want to spend a quiet holiday together, frolicking in leaf piles, playing football, comparing the puffiness of their 80s outfits. But then it would be a true X-giving. But then it wouldn't be a true X-giving. Okay, forgive my bad.
Say frolicking.
And number 3, Vision and Scarlet Witch, number 6 from 1985. Scarlet Witch invites her father to Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe you remember him. He's commonly known as Magneto. This is a perfectly pleasant dinner conversation. This will be a perfectly pleasant dinner conversation. At number 2, we have a twofer, Power Pack 18 and 19. The Power Pack Kids heroes face a potential family tragedy right before Thanksgiving, but they still have to contend with the evil curse. And number 1 is the one we just read, Executioner from Uncanny Tales number 9. This was published in 2018, so got some holiday reading to do over the weekend. So happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Good luck.
That is a very good list.
A couple there I hadn't even seen before.
I'm confused. I'm confused why the X-Men are wearing their 80 Puffies outfits when that was from X-Men that was published in the 90s. But hey,
old wardrobe.
Old wardrobe. It was good stuff. And never bad time to see Power Pack books on the list.
Oh, yeah.
Power Pack.
Somebody's pushing their Power Pack inventory.
I love Power Pack because Marvel, Marvel put out that original run, and then all Marvel does is whenever they do this with a lot of titles, whenever they're close to losing the rights to it, if they don't publish it, they lose the rights to it, so they have to publish it. So they just will put out a one-shot Power Pack that nobody buys, but it keeps them the rights for another set of time until they put out another horrible Power Pack 10 years later. Happens all the time. Little Power Pack. Nobody liked it when it came out. It's a good list, Jedi. Thank you. Thank you for the review and a good Thanksgiving, a timely Thanksgiving list. As next week we will be coming back after Thanksgiving. So everyone will be larger and more tired.
Exactly.
Sleepy. We'll all be sleepy.
Yes.
I'll be hitting my LCSs for Black Friday.
Yeah, I gotta work.
Black Friday's so weird anymore. I remember when it was like, oh, you got to be there when these stores open, and they would open at their normal time, maybe a couple hours early.
Yeah.
And then it was like, well, now the stores are going to open at 3 in the morning or 2 in the morning, or then it was they're going to open at midnight. And now it's just like, yeah, fuck it, or just open all Thanksgiving.
Oh, you get all the deals online now.
Yeah, it's like,
there's that. Like Bruce said, you can get a lot of deals online. I do most of my Black Friday shopping online. It's not the same anymore. Like Joe was saying, a lot of the excitement has gone out of it because the stores are open. They start their sales usually right after Halloween anymore.
Oh, I know.
So it's just a little bit of the luster and the excitement is taken out of the waking up early and
And let's face it, hot toys anymore either.
Let's face it, department stores are dangerous on regular days anymore, let alone
right?
Yeah, true.
Black Friday.
But I miss when there would be a hot toy, being able to go in, watch some housewives beat the shit out of each other, fighting over toys. It was a good time.
Yeah. Some titty action, man.
It's crazy to watch middle-aged women act like animals.
What stores are you going to, Dom? Holy shit!
Just watch those old newsreels from when the Cabbage Patch Kids came out.
I remember when the Cabbage Patch Kids came out. I remember having parents, friends, friends' parents who were trying to go out and get those and were paying ridiculous amounts of money because this is before the internet and all that stuff.
Oh,
there wasn't
way before the internet.
You either got it or you found it on the black market somehow.
Yeah. So it's like
just fun.
It's like Ollie says, once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah, my sister had a whole bunch of Cabbage Patch Kids. My mom went after trying to get them when they were the hottest thing. And the crazy thing about the Cabbage Patch Kids, they're one of a kind. So there's no two of certain characters. So you can only get one. Every one is an original one, which is kind of cool. But they should do now with things.
Yeah, then you'll cry and bitch that you couldn't get one.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I find a way. Anyway, you're gonna get one too.
You'll find a way to overpay for one.
I couldn't get that 15th Boba Fett figure.
Hey, Dom's mom was 1 in a million. She's a gem. She's getting Dom that Cabbage Patch doll. She's getting it for her.
Boba Catch?
My sister still has them. My sister still has the Cabbage Patch Kids.
I'm surprised you gave them to her, Dom.
They were ours. I don't got Cabbage Patch Kids, man.
John's he's missing my joke altogether.
I know you're joking.
But I mean, it was crazy back then. It's every Christmas there was some super hot toy that people would just be animals for. I mean, it's Black Friday's still crazy. The first thing I normally watch on Fridays is I go on YouTube and I search for Black Friday chaos videos because I love watching people fight over super shitty TVs at Walmart and because half the stuff that they have on Black Friday is garbage. And it's 40,000 people don't all need an air fryer. I'm sure most of those people probably own an air fryer already, but because it's cheap, just people are insane. It's just
it's only $10. I gotta get it.
Yeah.
I read an article, probably several articles about it, where actually the Black Friday holiday or the Black Friday day after Thanksgiving is really not even the best day to buy electronics. I think the best day to buy electronics is in January or February when the new models roll out and all the old models are getting on clearance and stuff. So.
And plus you have all the people that do the returns after Christmas as well.
Yeah, because all those TVs they have for Black Friday, they're 4 or 5 years old. Been sitting there for years.
Yeah.
You don't want those.
Yeah, they're warehouse finds.
Yeah.
Plus, a lot of times, if you wait till actually just a week or two before Christmas, a lot of those stores try to clear out merchandise at that point as well.
I will say this: this Black Friday will be the last time you'll be able to buy physical media at Best Buy.
Best Buy. Yeah.
Really?
Yep. Next year they're getting rid of DVDs, Blu-rays, or physical
That's a
media.
shame. That is a shame. I mean, I know it takes up a lot of floor space and not too many people buy it anymore, but physical media is something that
I will be there getting my
it's gonna make me sad.
I will be there getting my 4K Blu-rays.
Because it makes me sad when that stuff
I
starts
don't want
to
to
go
deal
away.
with no people. Listen, Ben,
Richard's getting his DCEU.
I have all of them, all right? The only one I'm missing is probably Birds of Prey.
Yeah, that one's okay to leave missing.
The emancipation of
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Stupid type.
I'm sure a lot of the LCSs are having sales too this weekend. I'm sure mine is. I may have to head out to my LCS, and
I wish mine would.
I have what 3 or 4 LCSs in my area. They all have pretty good sales from like dollar bins for like 10 for $3 or something like that. Or
when Saturday is Saturday's Small Business Day or whatever they call it. I don't forget what they call it.
So Saturday is Small Business Day. Monday is Wednesday is local comic book shop day, and then
Monday's LCS Day.
I think it's Monday or Wednesday. Let me look it up real quick.
Styx, you're not going tomorrow, right?
I am not going tomorrow. No.
All right.
Too rich for our blood, man. You have all the money.
What are you talking about?
What?
Going where? Where are you not going?
Wednesday,
Saratoga.
It is Wednesday, November 22nd.
So it's on regular.
They have
new comic book day.
If you want to go through if you want to bring it up, we can go through the books. Yeah, we can go through the books. They have some Dracula books for local comic shop day.
It's local
Iron Maiden, Peace of Mind. Hardcover will be out on that day. Yep. There's a Faceless Family book from Oni Press. Eden Frost from Mad Cave. Black Science #1 reprint from Image. Batman Offworld, a Man Cave version. There's a Conan book from Deodato, or no, not Deodato, Deodato. That's a foil. Mr. Brucifer.
Looking at me for?
Oh,
you know why we're looking at
you. know why we're looking at it.
I haven't bought a foil since yesterday. Jeez.
Oh, a 24-hour reprise?
Yeah.
Okay, Don.
Take the foils, put them in microwave, see what happens. Thank you very much.
There's a Space Usagi, black and white.
Can you see my screen?
No.
You need to add it. I see it down at the bottom. You need to.
How can you hit add, or do I have to hit add?
It's quite a few pages.
Whoa!
Oh, we are in the Matrix.
There you
go. There you go. Instead of me talking about it, let's look at them.
I ordered those. They had them on Midtown for this week.
They probably did.
Yeah.
Oh, they're still not showing us the cover for that Iron Maiden. We haven't seen that yet.
No.
Let's see if that's
Journey Press, Eden Frost, Mad Cave always is interesting.
Black Science.
It's a Rick Remender and Mateus Galera.
Are they re-releasing it? Is that like a collection of it? I mean, they're not even. Is that still running? Black Science isn't still running.
No.
10th anniversary.
10th anniversary deluxe.
Okay, got it.
Deluxe edition.
So it's a collection or something.
So
I tried reading Black Science. There's too many words in that thing.
So that
try dealing with what Brucifer gave me to read this week.
You give you some Neil Gaiman or something?
Ministry of Compliance, a new book that came out.
67 pages.
Of nothing happening.
Hey, you're the only one that really hated it. I was semi in the middle, and everybody else loved it.
Yeah. A lot of people can have bad taste. It's not my fault.
Bad taste, good taste.
Yeah, that's what I say about Dom.
That Batman Offworld looks fun.
That would look great in a foil. That would look awesome.
Yeah, it would look cool in a spot foil.
I got my Scotty Young coming for this issue.
Ooh,
what Conan?
Yep, that is the Conan
Dude,
version.
auto.
Data foil.
Be $20 for the foil.
Joe's gonna get that poster and hang it on his wall. Holy crap, that's nice.
That's a lot of money. I love that. That's awesome. The Soggy Space of Soggy. I like a good sketch cover.
They're coming to Hawaii in January.
Who is?
I like that cover.
Stan
Stanikai.
Sky.
Is that his name? Stanikai? Sakai?
Stan Sky, yeah.
Him and his wife. Does his wife help him with the she's I think it's his wife.
I thought his daughter.
Is his daughter? Okay. She didn't look.
Who was that? Frizen?
Oh wow, Frizen.
Jenny. Berserker.
Nice. Getting that one sooner or later.
Was that Berserker during medieval times or something? The hell?
Yeah, I guess so. Lone Survivor of Olos. A long dead empire that once thrived. Blah, blah, blah. Yep.
I put a link for that Iron Maiden.
Keanu Reeves is Conan.
Chat. In the Google chat.
Hey, if there's a big black bar over it for sexy reasons, I am there.
I thought your internet was just not loading it for the.
I know, right?
No.
Sexy cover edition.
It's
titties gonna be shown. Yay.
Sexually erotic.
Oh, they can lower that black bar a little bit. Come on,
I know.
Prudes. The hell.
We got something that's killing.
See, we're
children.
seeing butt crack there.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Butt crack.
You got a Marquez, White Widow. That's fun.
Ooh, Spider Boy.
There he is.
That don't look right. That don't look right at all.
That's that homage to that Spawn Spider-Man.
Yeah.
What else?
Overstreet cover.
Too?
I don't know. It's local comic book shop day. There's always covers that I really like, and I just always feel like an asshole because I go to the LCS, they ratchet up the prices on these, and it's just like and then you're at the whim of which ones they decide to actually get.
Yeah.
Let's scroll down. I don't see that, dude. I don't know if I told. I think I told you guys last week. Brewster wasn't here.
That is nice.
DCU is killing it on these covers. Marvel sucks when it compared to DC when it comes to covers.
This when Silvestri does these black and white covers, they're always freaking awesome.
DC has been killing it with the covers for the last 2 years, and they have hired all the best writers.
Yeah.
Death Trap.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
I just say 2020. These are 2022.
That's I was just working my way down the page. I didn't realize.
Joe's showing us what's going on from the sales 2 years ago.
Oh, look! It goes straight from 2023.
Yeah, it goes down.
Scrolling down the page straight to 2022.
Yeah, because that was last year's book. I was like, wait.
Well,
don't worry about FOMO. These comics are 3 years old.
No, we were fine. We were fine up until Ranger Academy.
Yeah.
Hold on, because they didn't have local comic book shop day last year, so these are probably still from last year. So they're probably gonna.
It starts at Ranger Academy and goes up there. So all those are all current.
I know it's got to be. Spider Boy can't be 2022.
No. Spider Boy's like I said, the last book for 2023 that they show here is Ranger Academy. So it was just the Silvestri is the old one.
I like that Frizen. I gotta hunt that Frizen.
That is a nice Frizen. But like I said, sometimes they jack up the prices on these so much. It's rarely do the local comic book shop day books really hold their value that much. There's always like one that does all right out of the whole thing, and you just have to hope your store gets that one, whatever it ends up being, and you luck out.
Yep.
I was on some Whatnot stream so much looking at buying Frizens that they finally said every time I go in there now they're like, Jedi, we got no more Frizens, man. You just need that.
No, I got such a nice huge stock of old Frizen stuff recently. All cover below. It's good stuff. You can still find Jedi cheap out there if you're looking. It all depends on what you want.
She has a. I mean, throwback to last week. Frizen has a Vampirella number 3. This guy was selling it on his stream. He was asking like $50 for this thing, and I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? That's crazy." I googled that shit. No, he was pretty much on the money. I was like,
"Yeah, no, those Frizen Vampirellas do really well." It's the same with the Frizen Red Sonjas are really big. That Gail Simone run where Frizen did a bunch of the covers of Red Sonja. They always sell well, and they're some of the best Red Sonja covers out there. But, I don't know. She's a little oversaturated.
Dude, I had to go to the Bay and check him, and he was. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he was on point.
Oh, they released a picture of Corn Sweat training.
Corn Sweat.
No, Corn Sweat for
Corn Sweat.
his Superman role, working out. I put it down.
Getting all corn sweaty.
Getting jacked.
You want to add it to the thing?
He's getting all corn sweaty.
Oh yeah, hang on. I got it. Yeah.
Good old corn sweaty.
Is that Henry Cavill?
Oh, corn sweat. What are we gonna do with you? I don't know what we got. He has 2 years. 2 years to throw on some bulk.
I think they start filming in March.
You can do it. Steroids, all nice. Steroids. That's what they give. That's what they give the action heroes. They give them steroids under doctor supervision. That's how they get big. There's no secret how these guys get jacked in these movies.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You gotta say your prayers and take your vitamins.
Nah, fuck that.
Well, they get jacked because they're being paid millions of dollars, and the only thing they have to do before they start filming is sit there with a personal trainer and work out.
Yeah, drink their weight gain 5,000 and just hit the gym. 12 hours a day.
I'm really gonna bulk up.
Come on, the growth hormones. So they all can't be jacked like me, man. Come on.
Nobody got gains like Tom's.
That's it, man. The gun show, baby.
Welcome to the gun show.
Yeah.
Sun's out.
Ruggedly handsome Dom. Oh wait, wrong show.
Yeah. Lopez. All right, boys.
We're hemorrhaging viewers here, so.
Yo, listen. I never.
And we're 2.5 hours. So.
Well, some of us has been at this since 7 o'clock.
I know, man. I was worried. I thought I was like, Bruce, for your show, man. Hurry up in your show. In your show, man. We got another one coming here. Like, fuck.
I don't know what happened. We started talking and
it went really fast. I looked at the clock and I was like, what?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We were still in the news at like freaking 8 o'clock.
Yeah, the news went a while. Although there was a very long conversation about Henry Cavill, even though the article was about Momoa.
Yeah. And Dylan to Star Wars.
Yes. All roads lead to Kathleen Kennedy.
Yes.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Even though they came out that
Good, bad,
she was forced to announce stuff by Disney, her and Feige.
Kathleen Kennedy runs Lucasfilm. Bullshit.
But Iger doesn't tell her what to do?
No.
Really?
I'm not going to say Iger told her to do. She was forced to say things.
There was a report that just came out today that Iger forced Feige and Kathleen Kennedy to announce stuff early.
Iger, it's a bigger asshole than she is. Plain and simple. They're both fucking dumbasses. I don't give a shit. They're both dumbasses. Fucking.
I wish I had my Kathleen Kennedy pictures to put up.
Disney high ups.
Oh, there goes our Disney sponsorship.
They're so dumb, and they can go fuck themselves because I don't give two shits about them.
He says that now. Then next time something Star Wars comes out, he'll be the first one there.
Nah. Hey, so
you're single-handedly keeping them in business.
I want to say
top collection.
Who gives a shit?
Let me show
Thank
you something
you,
really quick.
Jedi.
This was posted. This came up on Instagram today.
That must be true.
What? Put me on the large thing. I'll show you.
Can't teach you how to share stuff.
What?
Let's slide you there.
So here, this right here, Reign of the Underworld, and all the characters that could be in Reign of the Underworld from Star Wars, and you have him directed. Why can't Disney fucking get things straight? Do something. Give the fans what they want. Give them something good. They're fucking bullshit. Fucking Book of Boba Fett. Fucking best for fucking bite gang.
Fucking outrageous.
Don't use him that way.
Everything that guy just says bullshit.
I like that.
I meant to click. I clicked the wrong one.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, not Jonathan.
Fucking pieces of crap.
There's
man.
a couple of
Fucking
clips on
Disney-
here I'm very curious about. I want to click on this to see what they are.
Fucking Disney.
Who wants a body massage?
Okay, yeah, that's what it is.
You know, I'm always going to complain. I was complaining. I went out for.
You can always boycott Disney and keep your money away from them.
You know why?
Skadoosh.
I always wake up fucking
Joe and I are both
better. And they turn out to be another. They do another dumb fucking bullshit stumble again. And then
You
wonder
can
why.
stop giving
Oh,
Disney your money
everybody's
down.
racist, everybody is everybody is crybabies. Everybody's this. Everybody's that. Do you believe in life after love?
Where's my Downspiracy clip?
Fuck this, man.
Let me ask you a question, Don. How much money do you spend on Star Wars pops per year in the last 5 years?
What pops?
Yeah, in Star Wars and Disney pops.
Star Wars stuff. I bought a lot of Star Wars stuff because some Boba Fett stuff that I want.
So,
I'm rich, bitch.
so you single-handedly paid for Kathleen Kennedy's Ferrari.
Not me. You get the other fucking people, not me. Fuck that. I'm gonna say, listen, yeah, I watch it, this and that. Look, you know, like my wife said, in the beginning, I was trying to defend things, do things, this and that. Now I'm in the attitude era where I'm the fucking villain.
Yes.
I'm the
Attitude
fucking villain.
era.
Fuck that.
And that's the bottom line because Don Tober
That's
said
it.
so.
Holy shit. I get it. I fucking get it.
That's why fuck that shit. Fucking goddamn Disney can go. Get the shit
As he's
straight.
sitting in front of a wall of Disney.
I don't. They gotta find a way to ruin fucking Stitch too. Watch.
Yeah, they'll do it. They'll do it live action. Don't worry.
Yeah,
They'll do live
I was gonna say all it
action.
takes is a live action adaptation, and it's done.
Yeah, and they will. They'll do it. They'll do it.
They'll ruin it. They'll ruin it.
But it is what it is. It's a cash grab. You don't have to see it. You don't have to deal with it.
Give the modern audience
If people didn't go see them, they wouldn't make them.
of what things are, because there's very sensitive people out there that cry for every little fucking thing that someone says or someone does.
Fuck.
Oh my God, was that?
Afraid you've misjudged me.
Was that Dom's drag voice? What the fuck?
No, that's fucking Disney. All right, man.
That's supposed to be Mickey Mouse?
Sell Star Wars. Give me Star Wars.
The longer the stream goes on, the more downhill it
Give me
goes.
Star Wars.
You're the town dumbass.
I'll take over and I'll fucking goddamn make more money and fucking have better fucking shows. Fuck those people.
I can do it myself, asshole.
Yes, that's it.
Shit.
Oh my God, here we go.
Yes.
One more time. Doop, 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 doop.
I don't know shit about fuck.
He's double fisting it.
I'm double plugging. Yeah. Hey, actually do this.
Oh man!
It's not morphin time, it's Tober time.
Well, everybody.
Oh,
there's yours up there, Bruce. Sorry.
oops. Well, I didn't have anything,
No.
controversial.
I didn't realize it was shared up there. Make sure to please sub to both Rennavision and Kingdom of Nerds. If you liked tonight's display of craziness, hit the like button.
We're all over the place tonight.
Fuck it, hit the like button anyway.
Craziness. I'm the craziest. That's about it.
As always,
You're not that far from Bellevue, Dom.
On Rennavision, Saturday night special is tomorrow. Sunday, catch the Dark Side guys talking about all that is Star Wars. On Monday, catch Bruce on his wonderful show on Kingdom of Nerds. Wednesday, the Tack Show on Rennavision. And then on Friday, the CBSI Hot 10. Bruce before that at 7 on Kingdom of Nerds. And then back to us. And everyone, please have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Be careful out there. There's crazy people everywhere. Enjoy some quiet time with your family. Get a little drunk, eat a little food, watch a little football.
Football? I'm watching Godzilla.
So make sure you give your significant other extra turkey so they fall asleep so you can play with their action figures.
Eating holidays are the best holidays. Holidays that revolve around nothing but being gluttons is enjoyable. I don't have to get gifts. I don't have to do anything except for be a fat lazy bastard, eat and take a nap in the middle of the day. It'd be fantastic.
Please use your tryptophan responsibly.
Yes.
That's it.
And we will all catch you back here next week, next Friday. I have no clue what the theme of the show is going to be for next week.
We'll figure it out.
But we'll figure something out. It's going to be an after holiday show. It's going to be an after holiday show. It's going to be a screwed up show.
Breast and thigh show. There you go.
Yeah. So I'll find a way to work tits and ass.
Sexy Joker covers.
There you go.
Turkey cover. How about sexy women eating turkey on covers?
I'm sure it exists somewhere. There's a fetish for everyone, and we do not kink shame here at Rennavision.
Are we still going?
Yeah, we're still going. All right, everybody. Have a good night.